Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
So they beat Transylvania at the Horn last week.
What's up?
No, Anderson beat Rose-Hulman at the Horn, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Did you do that game?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I think I was supposed to, but I got sick.
That's going around.
Yeah, man.
That's Indiana for you.
Yeah.
You'll get sick in November and April, I promise.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed.
That's kind of a sick camera angle.
Yeah, with the flag.
The flag, yeah.
Yeah. Until we get this way.
Yeah, exactly.
To...
That's going to be in the way.
Yeah.
I hope we're not hot right now.
I think we're good. Oh. We on, Chuck? Yeah. Right on.
We have soccer in November, which means two teams battling out for a championship title. It's the Anderson Ravens and the Hanover Panthers fighting for the HCAC tournament title. Hello, everyone. Good to be with you here today. My name's Graham Nash. Alongside Tony Donahue, we will be your crew for this high-intensity game. Tony, both these teams coming in with a lot of heat. Let's talk about Hanover. They're on a roll.
Yeah, and if you looked at what they've done all season, they've been hot since that loss to Anderson back at the end of September. And you want to be playing your best soccer in October. You certainly want to be playing your best soccer in November. And they are here. They're hosting the Anderson Ravens, who a little bit of an upset last week to knock off Rose-Hulman to get here. But the two-seeded Hanover Panthers, 9-5-4 overall, to have a home game here on the beautiful campus of Hanover, ready to go. It gets your energy going a little bit more knowing that you're one step closer to making that automatic qualifier to get to the tournament, and doing it here on your home turf is even more special.
Hanover, they're on a 9-game lossless streak. The last time they made it to that tournament was 2021 when they won the HCAC title. Now for Anderson, they've got a little bit of momentum too. You mentioned their upset win at Rose-Hulman. They won 2-1. They are trying to do what they did earlier in the season, beat Hanover again. They won 3-0, which was in Anderson. Now they have to come here. They've got to play Hanover, but they've got some good players, especially Dalton Grubbs and Emmett Kindler, their leading goal scorer.
Yeah, I think if you talk to Coach Matt Wilkinson of Hanover, he's going to tell you we're a way different soccer team than what we were. We've gained a lot of momentum. We're scoring. Our goaltending is a lot better. And as you mentioned for Anderson, speaking of goaltending, Braden Kennedy, 78%, and then Dalton Grubbs, 46 shots, 13 points, 7 assists. We're going to call his name here a lot this afternoon. He's definitely the key facilitator for this Ravens team of Anderson that is 8-7-4 overall.
Anderson, they won 2-1 at the top-seeded Rose-Hulman, knocked the Fightin' Engineers off the top of the mountain. Hanover, their first-round victory was one to remember. They won 3-2 against the third-seeded Transylvania team. Both teams very slow starts. Transylvania struck first. We were tied 1-1 coming out of the break, and then all of a sudden Rose-Hulman took the lead 83 minutes into the game. Transylvania tied it with 40 seconds left, and then Hanover won it with 4 on the clock. An unbelievable stretch of soccer. So these two teams trying to take that momentum from their last contest into this one here. Hanover, they haven't won it since 2021. Anderson hasn't played in a championship game since 2014, and they haven't won it since 2002.
Yeah, this is an Anderson team. This is a long time coming, as you mentioned, 2014. The last time they played this game, it's been 22 years since they have advanced and won this tournament. And again, as you mentioned, with that upset win over Rose-Hulman, who was 8-0-1 in HCAC play, this is a hungry Anderson team. And as you mentioned, coming down to the wire last week, getting that victory in the final seconds.
And so teams ready to go here in Hanover. Going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and we will also get starting lineups. Championship Soccer coming up to you next on HCAC.tv.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard.
Welcome back to Hanover College. The Panthers and the Anderson Ravens ready to face off for the HCAC title. We'll give you the starting lineup, starting with the Ravens, the visiting team today. In goal is Braden Kennedy. He has been fantastic this season, alongside Noah New, Drew Vaughn, Daniel Carlin, Dalton Grubbs, Jackson Gillig, Emmett Kindler, Luke Weinman V, Jack Harris, Rico Mandolini, and Caleb Osborne make up the starting 11. As for the Panthers, Ben Howard is in goal with McLean Barber, Xander Oxner, Miles McMillan, Austin Halwarda, Clayton Anderson, Cole Hubert, Jacob Tyler, Omar Dizdar, Andrew Pavlisco, and Andrew Beck making up the starting 11 as well.
And I think, you talked about freshman goalkeepers, right? So when one gets past you today, how do you adjust? How do you get that one in the pass, focus on that next ball coming after you? How do you react? So this is going to be one of those games. It's going to come down to the wire, as you mentioned. Both teams last week coming down to the wire, almost to the last horn to advance here today. So these are 2 teams, obviously, as we talked about, the 2 and the 4 seed in the tournament, knocking off Rose-Hulman. Then Transylvania, who was number 3, they were bounced last week, as we just talked about, by Hanover. So it's going to be who strikes first, but I expect this one to come down to the wire, and we're going to have a great one here this afternoon.
We absolutely will. Anderson will start out with the ball in the circle, all lined up and ready to go. Whistle blows, and we have championship soccer underway. Anderson, they've got 21 freshmen, an unbelievable number. They lean on those freshmen quite a bit, and they've got only 13 upperclassmen. For Hanover, it's a little bit different. Only 14 freshmen and 24 upperclassmen with 3 fifth years.
Yeah, Coach Fridley will tell you, look, we're a little bit ahead of schedule to where we are with all these freshmen, but you know what? Valuable experience not only to play last week, but then to advance this week to get here with such a young team. It's been very impressive to see what the Anderson Ravens have been able to do over the last month or so.
And Fridley, he was extremely proud of his freshman group coming through and getting that win at Rose-Hulman. It was Cohen Winton scoring both goals, a freshman this year. He was very proud of his coming out party. Hanover trying something on that far side, not getting too far. Anderson's defense is going to be under pressure here today, as they are once again getting into the box. An early chance for the Panthers, trying to square one up, and they do. A foot-kicked block by Kennedy.
Yeah, great job there by Kennedy, reaching out on that left foot, getting that ball out of the way. And what's going to be interesting on the way that Kennedy is looking, the sun seems to be in his eye a little bit, so the communication level with his defenders in front of him is going to be key to know where that ball is, because a little added difficulty now when they flip-flop, they won't have that, as you see the sun in the back of the Hanover Panthers on this side of the goal. But a great job there by Kennedy getting that first save.
That was Andrew Pavlisko who took the shot, number 40 in blue for Hanover. Freshman from Mainville, Ohio. Another chance for the Panthers. Ooh. And a big collision. Kennedy goes down, but pops right back up. He collided with Anderson.
And I like what I've seen so far out of Dizdar. He's been a guy who's controlled it, made some good passes, and he's been the catalyst for those two quick attacks we've seen here early on in the first couple minutes or so of this one.
Hanover looks like they want to control the pace. They're a team that likes to own possession and are going to try to do so today against the Ravens.
Yeah, Anderson a little bit more of a patient team, as you just mentioned, and we've seen Hanover here with two good looks deep into territory, obviously with that first shot on goal, and they'll take back possession here.
Oxner just going to send it back to the defense, let them set something up. Now a chance.
Good ball here.
It's a speedy Halwerda into the box, but scooped up by Kennedy.
Yeah, I like the opportunity there. Maybe set yourself up for something a little bit later on in the game, but that was there just by a step or two, overshot his man. But next time you get that one back, that might find the back of the net.
Hanover, they are hungry to get a win here today. They won the tournament in 2016, 2019, and 2021. But since that 2021 win, they have had some heartbreaks in the HCAC tournament. They lost in penalty kicks to the top-seeded Rose-Hulman in 2022. That was in the championship game. As Anderson, they're going to try something down this near side. Nothing doing. And then in 2023, Hanover lost again in penalty kicks to Rose-Hulman, that time in the semifinals.
Yeah, let's see what they do here at the corner. This is their first real opportunity deep in Hanover's zone to see if they can find something, get in front of that net, maybe get a bounce back off of a ricochet here. But again, so far, I mean, we're only 3.5 minutes in this one, but Hanover so far has the advantage on the aggressive level, as you mentioned.
Drew Vaughn sending a long throw-in near post, and Ben Howard just reels it right in.
Yeah, great job by Howard there. Go up and get that thing. Don't even give it an opportunity to bounce around. Now gives yourself a chance to stay patient and set up your offense.
Ben Howard, he's got a great season going. 19 goals allowed, a goal allowed average just above 1 with a 65% save percentage.
Yeah, and you talk about their wins in October. No team has scored more than 2 goals outside of Transylvania last week. Obviously, that was a tournament game, but in the regular season, nobody scored more than 2 goals dating all the way back to September.
Ravens trying to hold possession a little bit longer here and set something up on this near side. It's Carlin handing it off for Osborne, and it goes right out of play. Anderson, they played a very difficult non-conference schedule this season, trying to prepare them for a tough HCAC tournament run, or just tough conference run. But it seems like it set them up pretty well. They played the number 4 Kenyon College team, lost that 4-1. And then they were set to play the number 9 Hope College team, but that one didn't end up actually being played.
And that's great coaching, and that is a great job by the athletic department as well, by setting yourself up for some games that are going to show you where you stand early in the season, what you need to do better, and that really prepares you for this deep run here in November and beyond with the victory here today.
Whistle blows. Looks like we're going to have a free kick for Anderson on this near side. It was great pressure from Daniel Carlin, and he got the ball right back in the attacking third and just goes down.
So we'll see. big-time opportunity right here, and the guy that you want kicking that thing is Dalton Grubbs. This is the guy who's really opened things up, obviously with 13 points on the season, 46 shots. This is a player that can make things happen here for Anderson. He's been doing it all season, and here's their first real opportunity here about 6.5 minutes gone by.
Grubbs leads the team with 7 assists and 13 points, 46 shots on the season.
Yeah, watch for Kindler here as he comes in closer. We'll see what they decide to do, but a good opportunity here early.
Cross coming in, headed out immediately by Barber, and Hanover trying to apply pressure on the Ravens, not let them get the ball right back into the box.
Yeah, great job there by Barber, getting that thing out of there, allowing your defense to not be on the rope, set yourself up for some space, and now they take over possession here, looking for their first goal here early. They've had a couple good opportunities in this first 4 or 6.5 or so minutes.
Oxner trying to reel in that long ball, can't quite do so. And these midfields battling it out. Feels like it's really going to be a question of who can hold that possession in the midfield today.
Yeah, and it's been a little chippy so far. Some of these 50-50 balls, there's been some collisions. The refs letting them play a little bit. I mean, this is a championship game, right? You're disciplined. You've gotten here for a reason. And so far, a good job by the refs of not really calling too much here early on. That's going to come right up to you.
Yeah. Feels like a foul ball. We're right back behind home plate.
That's why we got the window closed here. You just never know. But I've liked what I've seen so far out of Hanover. They've been very patient. Defensive-wise, they've handled everything Anderson so far has thrown their way. Obviously, they had that one good opportunity here. But Hanover showing patience here early in this first half.
Osborne with the ball on the near side. And a giveaway in the midfield. Those are the costly ones. Hanover right back, though.
Yeah, right to your point, right? You just said that. Who's going to be able to control here right around midfield? And that time went back and forth both ways. Now Hanover with an opportunity.
Belted out of the box by Weinman the fifth.
Sent that thing down to Louisville.
Yeah, that is rolling into the creek. But a corner kick now for Hanover, the first of the day.
Yeah, first of the day here, an opportunity once again to see what you have. Set yourself up and put a little pressure with your backs against the wall here for Anderson.
The Panthers, they really put emphasis on these corner kicks. They have 107 on the season to their opponent's 56. They're so good at getting in these positions for themselves. Cross in swinging and headed out of play.
Yeah, just shot it a little bit too far. Wind not really much of a factor here. As you can see, the trees aren't moving, but they're just a little bit too much behind it. Sails it deep, but again, set yourself up to see what those looks look like when those balls come in. So nice job there by Anderson of defending that attack in that corner from Hanover.
Substitution for the Ravens. Josh Cabello coming in for Caleb Osborne. Anderson's keeper, Braden Kennedy, freshman from Garrett, Indiana. He's had a good season as well, 18 goals allowed. A save percentage around the 80% mark.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of contact here. Looked like he got a smack to the face there, so that's going to stop us here. Under 40 to play, 35, 58. But you mentioned right here at midfield, it's kind of where the game's going, and it seems like early on Hanover's had those 50-50 balls, those opportunities at midfield. They've taken advantage of them. Let's see if the Ravens here of Anderson, do they get going downfield a little bit more? Do they want to start getting on the attack, and at one point do you get more aggressive than what you've been so far here in this first 10 or so minutes?
As Jack Harris looks like dealing with a bloody nose.
Yeah. Little contact there. I think the hand of the Hanover player got him there across the nose, and nice job here by the athletic trainer. She parked next to us. She said she drove through the sticks. Took her about 3.5 hours. So Anderson came down this morning, about a 3.5-hour bus trip down here to Hanover. Beautiful campus here. Been here a few times, and what a great. I know you're cold. I know you're from LA, but what a great soccer weather here for these players. About 56 degrees and sunny. You couldn't really ask for much better soccer weather here on a Saturday afternoon from Hanover.
I may be from LA, but if I was running, I think I'd be all right, to be fair.
Yeah, if you were out there playing, you'd be, or golfing, you'd be loving this.
Now we're talking. Ashton Cuss comes in for the injured Raven, and the Ravens trying to create something That was Cabello, who couldn't do much.
Yeah, great push ahead there. Just couldn't get it corralled, and Hanover once again right around midfield here has been taking advantage, and a great ball here is going to slow up, and let's see if they can set something up.
Anderson near side for the Panthers. Oxner looking forward and gives it right back. But look at that. The Panthers on the ball immediately.
I think we kind of knew this was the way it was going to go, right? Hanover's been the aggressor all season. They obviously first and foremost want to advance, but avenge that loss would be even sweeter, losing 3-0 to Anderson earlier this season. And so far, early on in this one, they've been the aggressor.
Beautiful ball for Hubert, trying to create something up in front of the goal. No one able to square it, and it's wide.
Yeah, just that second opportunity. Got a running start, had a good chance there, did Jacob Tyler, but he just goes wide left with it. So 2 good opportunities here early for Hanover in the first 10 minutes. Just haven't been able to find the back of that net.
And so the Panthers with the first real opportunity, but the Ravens escape early danger. The Panthers, they kind of create these opportunities in the midfield where they can send long balls and then build from there, but they don't slowly creep up on you.
Yeah, it happens quick, right? They're kind of gnawing you and going back and forth. The next thing you know, they're going over the top, and we saw that early on in the first 3 minutes when they had that opportunity. The ball was just a little bit too much. Then obviously that second chance opportunity they had with the goalkeeper save. So far, if you're giving out points for aggressiveness, which I know that we're not, you got to give the nod to Hanover. It seems like they've controlled the possession here, and we'll see what Anderson does over this next 10 minutes with 34:15 to go. But I think you look at these type of games in 10-minute increments and say, okay, what do we do here that we can adjust? What did we learn? Obviously, both teams have had a corner as well, so that's going to play dividends late to just kind of see what that setup is and see what they can do. Do you go long with it? Do you come short? But both teams have an opportunity at doing that in the first 11 minutes.
Rico Mendolini checked out, and in is Eiley McQuitty. Anderson with a chance on the near side, but whistle blows, and it'll go right back to the Panthers.
Yeah, and again, we talked about the aggressive nature, right, kind of in front of us where we sit up here in the broadcast booth going after those 50-50 balls, and I think that's going to give Hanover a few more opportunities, a few more chances than maybe what Anderson has gotten so far.
Here comes one of those long balls. They've got a speedy Anderson trying to get into the box. Or excuse me, it was Halwerda.
Yeah, that's the second time they tried that over the top. The ball just hasn't sat the way they liked it after that bounce. But that's twice now they've gone over the top. Look for them to continue to go to that because it seems like they do have an opportunity if they can just simply get that pass in there accurately to allow the chance to get near that goal and have another opportunity.
Halwerda only 1 goal on the season, 6 shots, 3 of which have been on target. But they really love using his speed on that far side of the pitch. Anderson takes it away in the midfield, but gives it right away. Some miscommunication, it seems like, for the Ravens. Maybe some nerves settling in. Both of these teams wanting to win very badly, I think, is the best way to put it. I mean, Hanover, they've been so close yet so far last couple years. Anderson, they haven't been in this position since 2014.
Yeah, and you see what this means. I mean, obviously here with Hanover, a great crowd. The students have shown up across the way from us, and it's been an awesome opportunity here to host this game. Maybe something that they didn't think was going to happen. Obviously, I think Rose Holman, everybody thought would be in this game, but obviously that's not the case here in Hanover, and it's a great crowd here for the Panther faithful.
Couple thrown opportunities. The Ravens, now it's called Hanover ball. Wait, no, they're just
switching it out here.
Switching it up, letting a long throw-in chance come.
We've got a tough angle from up here.
We do.
The near side corners to our left and right. We got to rely a little bit here on the screen, but a nice throw in here and a couple extra bounces there, and Hanover gets the ball out of there safely. But you don't want to see those 1 and 2 bounces inside the box right there because that allows the Ravens of Anderson to attack there and possibly get a good shot on goal, but a great job there by Hanover to clear it, and now Anderson going to look to set something back up.
Opoku gets taken off the ball for Anderson. A nice play by Anderson of the Panthers. Trim me up a little bit.
Yeah, Opoku, he checked in about 7 minutes ago. He's brought some energy. He's made a few mistakes, but he's avenged those mistakes by staying aggressive on the defensive end, and he's brought a lot of energy here early, so we'll see if Anderson sticks with him throughout this one.
And another Raven ready to check in at the next opportunity. But Hanover trying to create in the midfield. It's Tyler up for McMillan. Now Pavlisko.
Great move here.
Pavlisko handing it back off to McMillan, taken away by the Ravens. And Anderson will try to reset.
Yeah, I think that there's a good opportunity here that Graham, that we could see the first team to 2 goals, maybe even the first team to score. I don't expect this to be any more than 2 or 3 goals total in this contest. So, you got to take advantage of those opportunities to find the back of the net.
These two teams fighting for a championship title, but also for an NCAA tournament bid, as it's unlikely either would get that at-large bid after this game today. Just don't necessarily have the records and the wins to go their way. So double the trouble lined up on this game. Matthew Murray checked in for Anderson at that last break. Sophomore forward from Indianapolis.
So it's starting to shift to talk about 10 minutes each. So far, Anderson has had the soccer ball inside of their territory most of this last 10 minutes, and we'll see if they can make it aggressive here throughout the next couple of minutes as they're looking for a call here.
Yeah, Opoku tried to put that out of play off of Hanover, but they say it went off of Opoku. He takes the ball right back. And Murray trying to create. Weinman looking forward. Can't get it to McQuitty, and it'll be the Panthers' ball. These two teams just maybe throwing some jabs, haven't been able to throw that big knockout punch. The Panthers had one good opportunity, but it was early in the game, and they really haven't been able to get back down in their attacking third since.
Yeah, no official shots on goal in this one, but we do have, it looks like, 1 or 3 shots faced for Anderson. So, as we mentioned, Hanover has been aggressive here early, especially on this side of the pitch. But again, here in the middle, that's where it's been won, and Hanover dominated that in the first 10 minutes, and now Anderson spent a lot of time on their end.
We got another substitution coming in. Jack Harris going back into play. Harris came out with that bloodied nose, but he's able to return with some tissues stuffed up both sides, and Ashton Cuss will come back out.
Well, you talked about this would being the possibility if you lose, you're done. A bloody nose, get that thing fixed real quick, get a few tissues stuffed up there, and let's get back at it.
Opoku can't track it down near side. It'll be a Hanover football, if we're talking correct terms.
There's that aggressive nature, as we talked about, from Opoku. He's really brought that energy. That's his 3rd or 4th time that he's defended the ball and been able to get it right back in the possession of Anderson.
And Murray with a nice move, getting it out of play off of the Panthers. It'll be another long throw-in opportunity for Anderson. And it has been Drew Vaughn, the senior from Beaver Creek, Ohio, who has taken those. Believe it is him again. Long run up. Throw going near post, flicked on. And out of danger for the time being.
Yeah, second time there, Hanover's done a good job of getting that ball cleared on Anderson's corner.
Good defense in the midfield again by the Ravens. They take the ball right back.
Yeah, Murray in there with Opoku. They've kind of been the catalyst of this defense, and being able to get that ball back in possession there and starting to control possession is Anderson. We see time of possession starting to shift into the favor of the Ravens.
Opoku near side, doing a good job keeping that in play. Can't get a squared cross on it. And so it'll be a goal kick for Hanover. Notice we haven't talked too much about Omar Dizdar yet today. He is the real offensive threat for Hanover, but the Panthers just haven't let him get the ball.
Yeah, he had that one opportunity early in this one, but you're right, we haven't called his name. We'll see if they try to work him in a little bit more to be aggressive. He's a guy that really opens things up for the Panthers, and it's going to be key if the Panthers want to advance not only today, but in the tournament coming up over the next several weeks.
Another giveaway in the midfield. The Ravens can't track it down. Oxner creating on this near side. Anderson waiting for his men to get into the box. Anderson.
Yeah, great job of patience there. Now they've got to set themselves up here for a good opportunity to get a good look at it here.
Tyler from distance is just wide.
Aggressive, that's
Very.
for sure. But sometimes those sneaky deep ones can find the back of the net, and that one just went wide left. So we've seen Hanover with a few opportunities here in that 20 minutes. Let's see what they can do with the final 24.
And so Cohen Winton checks in for the Ravens. Out comes Eiley McQuitty. Cohen Winton, he was the goal scorer for the Ravens in their game against Rose-Hulman. Scored both of the 2 goals. He's played the last 3 for the Ravens. Only 10 on the season. Did not get the start here today. But head coach Scott Fridley said he was so proud of the coming out party of Cohen Winton and his freshman friends, saying that they played extremely hard and extremely well. And Winton getting some early playing time in this first half.
Yeah, Jacob Tyler for Hanover, 2 shots now, 2 opportunities. See if he can be the guy to find the back of the net for the first time here, with Hanover being the aggressive team, especially offensively, here early.
Nice defense in the midfield for the Panthers. They're trying to move quickly, but the Ravens doing a good job of keeping set.
4 shots for Hanover officially, 0 for Anderson here in this one. So we talked about more than likely Hanover would be the aggressor, as Anderson, not a team that's going to score a lot of goals. Obviously, they've won several games, especially here lately, but they've been very low-scoring contest. So far, 0 shots on goal for the Anderson Ravens. They'll look to change that.
Barber just send it back to the defense. They're trying to get something set. Ooh. And a missed header from the Ravens. Here's Halwerda, too strong.
He knew it too. He's had the opportunity, and it just goes a bit too high. But again, the 5th shot here in Hanover, I think, looking to strike here before we go into halftime with under 23 to play.
Hanover, they struck first against Transylvania in the semis of this HCAC tournament. It's something they like to do, get on the board first. If you score first in soccer, you got a good chance of taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and it puts pressure in so many different ways, especially when you're in opposition. I mean, obviously both sides here with the freshman goalkeeper, so it puts pressure on, hey, this is maybe the first time where it's a go or go home type of game where you're down this season.
Oxner takes the ball away near side for the Panthers. Trying to create some space, can't do so. And it'll be Ravens ball.
Looks like Campos about to check in.
Patricio Campos, a defender, has played 15 games this season on the near sideline for the Panthers. Has not checked in yet, though. Hanover, their last loss this season, they're 9-5-4. Their last loss came against this Anderson team when they were on the road. Anderson won that 3-0.
Yeah, great opportunity here coming up. We'll see what they try to do.
Dizdar trying to get a shot off. He's trying to square one up. He does, but it's right into his player, and it will be a handball.
Yeah. Dizdar had the opportunity, fires it, and just a little bit of a timing issue there as Pavlisco gets right in the way of that one. That one maybe had a chance of sneaking in, but another opportunity there and calling Dizdar's name, and they were going to have to do that here often if Hanover is going to get on the board first.
Dizdar, he's had 9 shots in his last 3 games. He was the HCAC Offensive Player of the Week back in October for his 12-point performance over 2 games against MSJ and Berea College when Hanover won 9-0 and 5-0. Dizdar, he scored 5 goals and had 2 assists, making him well worthy of that Offensive Player of the Week title. Hanover checking in Patricio Campos now, and coming out will be Andrew Beck.
We have 5 shots now for Hanover. We've yet to see a shot attempt from Anderson.
Panthers taking their time, trying to set something up now. It's Anderson on the throw-in. And they're just slowly moving their way down this near sideline.
Yeah, Poku again, they're aggressive on defense. He's kind of been the catalyst here to keep this Anderson team rolling here. He's done a lot here in the midfield area to be able to get that ball safely back in the possession of Anderson. We'll see what they come up with.
Into the box, cross to the center. Hit down is Oxner. Oxner with the left.
Looks like it was deflected right as he booted that thing. But, again, Hanover continuing to stay aggressive on their side of the pitch.
Campos trying to move something towards that byline, but can't do so. Oxner again. Lays it off Tyler. Tyler goes down, and a whistle blows. We had an early free kick opportunity for the Ravens, and the Panthers get their first one of the day now.
I don't think Opoku liked that call, but certainly got in the way, and we'll see here another big opportunity as we get to the 19 minutes left mark here of this first half. So the foul on Vaughn, and so I think you got to go for it here.
Yeah, they've got a very good angle looking straight on. Patricio Campos, the defender, is lined up behind the ball alongside, I believe it's Jacob Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler with 2 shots on goal here in this first half.
Who will it be? Campos or Tyler?
Like a little trickeration here.
Campos, he goes for goal, and it's just strong.
Yeah, that's 3 times we've seen him just go a little bit too deep, too much air underneath it. That one doesn't get down, so Anderson survives yet another scare here from Hanover, and they'll take over possession with 18:15 to play.
Opoku comes out for the Ravens, and coming in is Ryan McClure.
6 shots to none. That's we're going to talk about that at halftime as being one of the key stats here, but we'll see if Anderson maybe just is a little bit of a lull here offensively.
Oxner playing a great ball for Dizdar, but Dizdar can't track it down. Still fighting for possession. Anderson doing a good job of keeping it in play, but it will be a throw-in for Hanover.
We'll have some substitutions here as Kelly will check in, as well as Savino. 2 fouls here for Anderson. You got to like what you've seen so far out of this Hanover squad, especially attacking the net.
Yeah, they have been very aggressive. Panthers can't reel in the long throw-in, and the Ravens just trying to get it out of danger. Murray near side.
So another call here going to go Hanover's way. That's the second one.
And second one that Anderson has not been too pleased with on this near side. Panthers trying to take advantage and set something up. They've really dominated possession as of late. It was Anderson in the early parts of this half. But the Panthers, they have been dominant lately.
And it seems like, we've called his name a few times, but Hanover trying to get Dizdar back in offensively to be a part of the mix here. We've seen him in a few opportunities here over the last 10 or so minutes.
Another free kick coming for the Ravens. Looked like a little bit of a shove from the Panthers. And it's close enough where they can send everyone into the box and try to set up for a corner kick-esque opportunity.
Watch for Winton here, the freshman.
Dalton Grubbs there as well. He's got both hands up, and he will take it. Headed straight out by the Panthers. They've been first to get to those balls all day long.
Yeah, that's the third or fourth opportunity that they have had. That Hanover said, nope, not going to give it to you. We're going to take the possession right back, knock it out of the way.
Ravens trying to send something back into that box. Man goes down, no whistle blows. 7-0 with a nice ball forward. Campos trying to use his speed. Campos sends it into the box. A shot right at Kennedy. Araujo with a nice shot, but right at Braden Kennedy in goal. Another opportunity for the Panthers. It goes right into the hands of Kennedy. Substitutions coming in once again for Hanover. Charlie Hubert and Jose Perez coming in for the Panthers.
Under 15 here in the first half. Obviously the advantage momentum-wise goes to the home team with 7 shots. None of those really counted on goal. But again, 7 shots, it gives you opportunities that obviously Anderson has not had here in this first. They have 0 shots so far. And a lot of this first half has been played here on the left side of this pitch in Hanover's possession.
Panthers switching sides, going to try to set something up once again. They have owned possession late in this first half. Kindler first to the ball, but gets taken right off of it.
Yeah, just the aggressive level here of Hanover has been impressive, and it's obviously led to those 7 shots, but time of possession, they're certainly well ahead in that category as well.
Wonder if it goes back to the experience. Hanover with many more upperclassmen than the Ravens. Anderson with a 21-man freshman class. Only 13 upperclassmen compared to Hanover's 14-man freshman class and 24-man upper class, including 3 fifth years.
Yeah, great job by Coach Fridley here to work in these seniors too, but a lot of experience, a lot of valuable time for the underclassmen here for Anderson, getting this opportunity not only to play last week and get that victory, but here in championship-type soccer in November. Anytime you get more time game-wise, it's always good, especially for those freshmen and sophomores.
Kelly chips it in, wanting a handball, no whistle blown. And it's cleared out well across the halfway line. We've seen Anderson's bench up in arms, but that's the first time that Hanover's really been frustrated. And there's a call that they believed should have been a handball in the box, which would have awarded them a very good opportunity to get that first goal of the day. Long ball punted out, but still kept over there. Panthers into the box, trying to create. Squared down right at the keeper. A brilliant block, still in trouble. What an effort from Braden Kennedy.
You know, we talked about him in the pregame. Kennedy is one of their X factors, obviously a freshman. A great job there, not only stopping that first one, but then the second chance opportunity with the header falls right into his basket. And a great job there by the goalkeeper for Anderson, keeping it a tie 0-0 here. But an opportunity there for Hanover gone to the wayside. But goaltending there by Kennedy, top notch to keep this game scoreless.
The Panthers not letting up. They've got another opportunity. Campos trying to send it into the box, but it's cleared out. Another substitution coming for Hanover. Matt Burchett.
The freshman, or excuse me, the junior.
Coming out will be Cole Hubert. He's a freshman from Burlington, Kentucky. Corner kick coming. It will be Patricio Campos once again.
Yeah, let's see if Hubert they look for might have an injury.
We've got a player on one knee in the box.
Yeah.
So we will take a minute to make sure that he is all right. Jackson Gillig of Anderson. And Gillig, he's just trying to walk things off. Gillig, he's a fantastic defender for this Anderson team. It would be a big loss if he's unable to return, but he is making his way to the sideline. Gillig, he led the team in 2023 with 5 defensive saves. Also the 2023 HCAC Sportsmanship Award winner. And he will have to stand out. They can't sub someone in for the corner. Some conversation on the near side. Scott Fridley, head coach of the Ravens, trying to send someone in. And now the head referee will come over and talk to him. Got everything squared away. No player can come in for this corner.
Yeah, so I'm looking for Barber here with an opportunity. He's lined up right there just inside of the box. We'll see if they go to him. Here he comes on the cross route, but didn't quite get to him.
Anderson first to the ball on the near post. Second chance for the Panthers. Campos right at Kennedy.
Yeah, Campos just hoping for maybe a bounce, maybe a backspin to go their way. Certainly this offense for Hanover has kept Kennedy under duress here in this first half with 10:40 to play.
And has been all Hanover offensively in this first half. Anderson did a good job of creating chances and holding possession early in the half, but just couldn't get anything on target.
Yeah, Hanover 9 shots in this first half. Anderson still with 0, and we keep bringing that up, but as that number gets almost, it'll get in the double digits here, I'm sure, by the end of this first half. I mean, eventually one of those is going to fall your way, and you're going to get that opportunity to find the back of the net.
Anderson trying to get something into their attacking half. Their attacking third even. And unable to do so for the time being. The Panthers so aggressive. Sending another one up this near side. And a pull foul on Anderson. It was Charlie Hubert doing a good job drawing that foul. So another penalty or free kick opportunity. They take it quickly. Hubert near side. Hubert into the box. Trying to cross it in. Will do so, but no one there for the time being. Hanover trying to find someone. Campos just flicked over.
Did he get a hand on that?
He did.
Wow. Great opportunity there. And once again, Kennedy back against the wall, gets up, shows some height, sacrifices the body, and boots that thing out there. That's 3 fouls on Anderson here in this first. And again, that's 10 shots now by Hanover.
Campos with another incredible opportunity, and he will be taking the corner kick here for the Panthers. Hanover trying to be the first on the board. Campos arm up.
Yeah, they with the Barber this last time. Go to him there, lets it go through.
Flicked over the bar.
Man, Hanover's about 2.5 total feet away from being up 3-0. They've gone over the top crossbar 3 times here. Now 11 shots fired.
Wesley Lewis and Ashton Cuss check in. Coming out is Matthew Murray for the Ravens. Trying to get that defense a little more stout. Subbing in a midfielder and a defender for a forward and a defender.
11 shots, 2 on goal here for Hanover. Both of those coming over the last 3 minutes. And you talked about it earlier in this one. Right here around midfield is where Anderson really controlled possession early, and since then it's been Hanover winning those 50-50 balls.
Giveaway from Anderson. That's going to be deadly for the Ravens if they continue to do so. Their possession hasn't been very long here today in this first half after about the first 10-15 minutes, but they get it right back. The Panthers have been unrelenting in their pressure all over the pitch. Panthers right back on the ball. Trying to create on that far side. Anderson swarming and taking the ball right back. How about Braden Kennedy? He has been fantastic this first half for the Ravens.
Saved them a few times. We saw him sacrifice the body on that save to punch that ball due north. And he's done a great job of clearing things, but also, those back-to-back saves on that corner kick. That's really been the difference here in this one between Hanover being up 1-0 and this thing still being tied at scoreless.
Another good chance on the far side, but Hanover couldn't do much with it. Anderson, their defense has been strong the last couple minutes. They did substitute in a midfielder and a defender for two more offensive players.
Giveaway here.
Another giveaway in the midfield, but Anderson able to get it right back. Gillig trying to create, just send it out of danger. Hubert flicked on for Campos. Campos couldn't handle it.
To get it right back. It seems like every time Hanover turns it over and Anderson takes over possession, they quickly give it right back as well. So time of possession certainly in the favor of Hanover in this first half.
Ball intended near side for Winton, but he couldn't track it down. Anderson changing up their formation a little bit earlier in the half. Winton was on that far side. He's now come to the near side. I believe they made that switch when Matthew Murray subbed out. And Ben Howard will just scoop things up. The Ravens, they're led by Scott Fridley, who we've mentioned. He's in his 31st season with Anderson. And as for Hanover, it is Matthew Wilkerson in his 13th year at the helm. He has had a fantastic run with this Panthers team. Four-time regular season titles, 3-time tournament champs, and has led them to double-digit wins in each of their last 10 seasons.
Yeah, two very experienced coaches. There's going to be some adjustments to made here at halftime, but 34 years of experience, you've kind of seen it all. And even going into halftime here, if you don't have any shots, I think Anderson's going to come out and be a little bit more aggressive to start this second half.
Hanover has owned possession the whole way through, but right now, Anderson had a good look at it, but Ben Howard with some good goalkeeping coming well out of his box.
Hanover's done a great job of flipping the field, being able to just not allow Anderson to get too deep.
Great through ball, 7-0, trying to square one up. He does, but it's right at Kennedy, and Kennedy falls right on the ball. He has been so good. The freshman from Garrett, Indiana. He's got an 80% save percentage, but that has been 100% today.
Yeah, just another opportunity there. 12 shots now faced for Anderson's D, 3 shots on goal. And man, Kennedy, we may come back to a few of these saves that we've seen over the last 10 or so minutes as being the difference late in this contest. If Anderson's offense can be aggressive, we really haven't seen that too much in this first half.
And they say defense wins championships. And Braden Kennedy trying to make that case. Anderson fights for their first HCAC tournament championship since 2002. Campos far side. Trying to square one up, get a cross in. Campos still on the ball. Good defense from the Ravens. Long cross coming near side. Flicked up. Anderson able to head it out for the moment. And it will be Hanover ball, just trying to clear it. Hanover not letting up, keeping the pedal down to the metal. Creeping into the box, kicked out. It'll be a corner kick for the Panthers.
See how aggressive they play this with 3 minutes to go in this first half. They've been aggressive throughout this first 42 or so minutes, and it would pay huge dividends to go into the locker room up 1-0 here with an opportunity.
Going over to take the corner for Hanover is Sean Kelly, senior defender from Newburgh, Indiana. Kelly, no assists on the season, only 5 shots. The lefty will look to send an in-swinging corner from that far side. Kelly, in-swinging near post, headed down, kicked out of danger by the Ravens. Kennedy pleading his players to get that ball up and out of danger. 2 minutes left to play in this first half. And once again, the Ravens able to just clear things for the moment, but not very far. The entire defensive line of the Panthers in the attacking half. Long ball right for Kennedy.
I think if you're Anderson here, you think about slowing it down just a little bit. 1:34 to go. Get it into your side of the zone here. See if you can find yourself set up. But, you don't want to give any more momentum to Hanover because they have been the aggressor here in this first half of this one.
And that will help. Free kick for Anderson. They'll be able to just slow things down and should be able to just take it into a break with a 0-0 lead if they can waste time well enough. The Ravens looks like they're going to really be leaning on counterattack opportunities in the second half if they're unable to hold more possession and set up offensive opportunities. Long free kick into the ball and right into the hands of Ben Howard, coming well out of goal. With the last name Howard, you pretty much were born to play that position. Of course, the legendary Tim Howard for the U.S. men's national team. Anderson, right back on the ball in the midfield. Trying to send something up that far side. But no one home on the through ball. The Panthers right back with it, 30 seconds, trying to get a last-minute goal like they did against Transylvania. And the Panthers knowing that they can do so, just sending it out of play.
Yeah, the great assist here by Jacob Tyler on the bench. Grabs it, says, hey, we've still got 20 seconds. Let's go see what we can get.
Barber sends a long one. And once again, Anderson able to just kick it out. Under 10 seconds remain now. And Hanover looking like they're just going to let that clock tick out, see if something presents itself into the box under 1 second, and that will do it for a first half of action. 0-0 here in Hanover. Tony, what have you seen from both sides early?
I mean, Hanover's been aggressive, right? Like, they've got opportunities down in the box. They've been able to get it close to that net. A few went too long there. And then on the opposite side, as much as you want to talk about the shots that Hanover's put up, you got to tip your cap to Braden Kennedy. He's really kept them in this game. He's had a couple good saves, a couple second-chance opportunities that could have went. He cleared it, got it safe. So shout out to Braden Kennedy as we see here running off the field. Number 0 for Anderson. He's certainly keeping his Ravens in this contest.
Kennedy, he's been fantastic, but Hanover, if they continue to have possession like they did in this first half, then it will be hard for him to stay strong. 0-0 here in Hanover for the HCAC Conference Tournament title.
Welcome to Indiana SRN and Info. Today we have Brian Chrisman from Wheeler, Michigan. And Brian, first of all, would you like to come over for Thanksgiving dinner?
I'm gonna be a little bit busy this Thanksgiving, so I got plans, big plans.
What's your big plans?
Drumstick Dash is a consumer of my day on Thanksgiving. I couldn't tell you the last time I sat down for a Thanksgiving meal that was still warm.
And the interesting thing, it is 22 years old, just a year older than I am, and I can't wait to see what's going on. Tell us a little bit that it started 20 years ago. Tell us about who started it and why are we doing it.
Yeah, so Wheeler, Michigan was looking for this event to get in the community and have the community support people who are experiencing homelessness, right? Like, people want to help people in need. And so 22 years ago, a guy named Steve Kerr who's my boss. He hired me into Wheeler Mission. But him and Rick Alvis, a president, CEO who recently retired as well, they started this event called the Drumstick Dash. And they did it because Steve Kerr ran in an event similar to it, a Thanksgiving Day run walk in Dayton, Ohio, and had a blast, thought it was a lot of fun. People were with their friends and family, and it was just a good, wholehearted, family-friendly event, right? And so Steve came back to Indianapolis, looked around at the time, and there were no other Thanksgiving Day races in this town. And so he pitched it to Rick Alvis and said, hey, we should do a Thanksgiving Day run walk the morning of Thanksgiving in Broad Ripple and have some fun with it, raise some money for Wheeler Mission. Maybe a few people will show up. So that first year, 1,300 people showed up. That was in 2003, I believe. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And so it was a good idea. And now there are Thanksgiving Day races all over the state, but Drumstick Dash is one of the largest Thanksgiving Day races in the entire country.
And the crazy thing is, in central Indiana, that's where you want to go. There are people, rain or shine. There has been some cold days. I've been involved with it for a few years. It's been cold days. I know Debbie and I walked one year when it was pouring down rain, but it is a lot of fun. It starts at 9 a.m. It kicks off at Broad Ripple. Talk a little bit about where it starts and where it ends.
Yeah, so Broad Ripple, if you haven't been to Broad Ripple, it's a beautiful kind of a arts district type vibe to it. It's different than going downtown. So there's a lot of races downtown. So we wanted something different. Mm-hmm. And our course is 4.6 miles. We have a 2.5 mile course as well.
That's the one I used.
The short course,
yes.
Right? We get a lot of people that walk, really both of them, but definitely the short course. Both are timed, but people ask us why those distances instead of a 5K or a 10K, and it's because it's what fit in Broad Ripple. And so to run the streets of Broad Ripple the way we wanted to do it, to enjoy the neighborhood, to get to start and stop in an area that you can get to easily. 4.6 miles, 2.5 miles is about.
Sometimes that's enough, isn't it?
It is, and the funny thing is the short course is actually a shortcut, so it's a big loop, but right down the middle is the short course turn. So a lot of people register for the long one. They come Thanksgiving Day morning, and they're like, you know what? Let's just take a right here, and they end up doing the short course. That's the experience of a lot of people.
With the new expansion of Broad Ripple and how beautiful that area is now, with the high school right in that area as well, you have a lot of people help you with that. So if they want to go and register, how do they register, and what does that mean by registering?
Sure. So you can go to drumstickdash.org. It's a Wheeler Mission event. So if you go to Wheeler Mission's website, you'll end up there as well. But at drumstickdash.org, you can register today. I think right now it's around $39 to register. The price does go up as we get closer to the event. But register not only yourself, but your friends and family at the same time. And so you can do that all the way up until the event. Price does go up. Right. You can register also at our expo and pack a pickup, which is at the fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. We moved it to the fairgrounds a few years ago.
Because it's so big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So we needed a place to pass out all the race shirts. You get a really nice collectible race shirt, some goodies. We have a lot of sponsors. We have 45 different corporate sponsors that help us. And so they set up tables, and they have a lot of fun with it. And so you'll come out there. You'll experience all the vendors at the fairgrounds, pick up your packets, pick up your shirt, get your race bib. And if you want to register there, you can do it there as well. So we want people to be able to register whenever you're able. So do it now, but if it becomes you're waiting to see what the weather's going to be like, or waiting to see what time Thanksgiving lunch is like, what time that is, you can register all the way up pretty much until the race.
Denny Tolles and I talked about this on one of our halftime shows is, lunch is no longer at 12 noon at his house. It's more like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. It's a good time to get some exercise, get the family involved, because it is a family tradition of some of these people that participate in this.
Absolutely. So we do a survey after the event, like, why did you do this race, right? And so because Wheeler Mission operates the event, people know that all the proceeds go to Wheeler Mission. Our motto is move your feet so others can eat.
Yes.
So when you cross the finish line, literally you're helping Wheeler Mission. You're helping to provide food, shelter, care to someone who's homeless. And so the number one reason that people say they do our event is to help people who are experiencing homelessness. The number 2 reason is because they want to do something fun with their friends and family on Thanksgiving. Tradition. So we've met people that have done all 22. We have people that are now with their children. My kids came for the first time, all 3 of them, ages 14, 12, 10, will be there this year as well. And so now you have people who they have their kids and their grandkids are now coming with them. So it's a fun way to start the Thanksgiving Day holiday.
Right.
And so it starts at 9. You can do the race and be home by 11:30. 11 o'clock maybe, and so you're there in time for lunch.
You can watch the Detroit Lions lose every year.
Every year, right?
Yeah.
Every year.
The interesting is the in and out. Chittard High School is very big at shuttling your buses if people want to park at Chittard High School.
Sure. Yeah, so it is a challenge to get people. There was one year we had over 20,000 people in Broad Ripple for Thanksgiving Day. And so how do you get that many people in Broad Ripple? We talked about moving the event downtown. Because downtown hosts large events, but everybody wanted us to stay in Broad Ripple. We even did surveys with runners, stay in Broad Ripple, and so we do it. And so in order to do that, our staff has to we bring shuttle buses in. We have several locations around Broad Ripple that you can see on our website, drumstick-org. Park there, come on in. They'll drop you off pretty close to the start line. You'll do the race. You'll get your bananas and donuts and water and all the fun stuff after the event. Pop back on the shuttle bus and get back to your car. Again, back in time to meet everybody for Thanksgiving.
You said the magic word, donuts.
Donuts are good.
There you go.
You know what? Pumpkin-flavored donuts
really?
is what we get from
No,
Kroger.
I don't know if I like that or not. Here's a couple questions. See if you can answer them. Okay? You're the big shot. Right?
I'll try.
If I lose my bib, can I still run?
You know, you can, but we want to make sure you bring your bib if you have it, because when you cross the finish line, that's how we count how many people came. And so there's these national numbers that come out. Who's the largest Thanksgiving Day race in the country? And when you cross the finish line with your bib on, you count, and we count towards that record. But we want people to move their feet so others can eat. So if you're in the car on the way to Thanksgiving and you say, I forgot my bib, well, should I go back for it? No, come on out to the race. We want you to.
Good answer. If Debbie wants to take my stroller, can she push my stroller to the
strollers are welcome. Dogs are not. Dog, don't bring a dog.
Next question.
No.
You ruined my question.
Don't bring a dog. Okay. You imagine 20,000 people running through Broad Ripple. If we had pet leashes all over the place, it'd be tough. But bring your stroller. She can push you, as long as she's strong.
Plenty of restrooms, plenty of places to hang out afterwards. I know that a lot of people have a tradition to almost tailgate after this big event.
Yeah.
Well, how important is this to you? I know that Wheeler has a big spot in your heart. How important is this to you?
Yeah, so this is our biggest fundraising event of the year. Not only does it raise a significant amount of dollars, if we hit our goal this year, if we get people to register to the tune of where we want to be and fundraise, you can donate and fundraise during the registration process. Our goal is to raise $1 million at this event. And so that's a huge help to make sure that Wheeler's doors stay open. We serve anywhere from 10, 11, 12,000 people every year. Every night we serve 700, 800 people. Those are people that need a place to stay. They're homeless. They need a shelter. But not only that, we're a organization that believes that introducing people to Jesus Christ is by far more important than anything else. And so as they're receiving care, we want to make sure that they're being cared for spiritually as well. And so we want people's lives to change. And so when they come through Wheeler's doors, they get a chance to go through our programs. I personally went through our programs 18 years ago. I was addicted to alcohol, no idea where my next meal would come from, and Wheeler Mission literally saved my life. And so what we do is we do events like this so that our doors can remain open so other people's lives can be saved as well. But not only saved, but transformed, and now they are productive citizens enjoying lasting success in Christ right here in our community.
And I believe 40% of your staff was involved with Wheeler Mission before they became an employee.
Yeah. There's nothing more impactful of when you're in the darkest moment of your life, when you are coming through a front door of a place that says they can help you, and you talk to someone who has been through what you've been through, right? And they're on the other side of it. So yes, a lot of our staff work for Wheeler Mission, or that work for Wheeler Mission came through our programs, and they have that testimony, that story to say, look, I know where you've been, I know what you're up to. I know what's going to happen if you don't get help,
Right.
right? And if you do get help, we have an opportunity for you to really experience life change. And so that's what we offer.
I know Indiana SRN has been involved with you guys for many years, and now you are helping our program as well. Denny comes to halftime, and I know they're going down to some college games as well. It is amazing to me. $1 feeds people. Debbie goes shopping at the thrift store. It's a great ministry, and if you're out there looking for a ministry to lock into, this is it. Brian, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving. We'll see
Absolutely.
you. I think Jerry and I are going to probably walk it this year.
You know what? I'll be in the pace car. I'll have the car warmed up.
Yeah,
and you
I
can
don't
jump
mind.
in the pace car. If
I
you
wouldn't
want.
mind jumping in the pace car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get the heat. No,
My
it'll be
challenge
fun.
to everyone out there, schools, clubs, baseball teams, football teams, whatever, do this. This is a great day to do that. For Indiana SRN, this is Keith Myers.
Welcome back to Hanover. The Hanover College Panthers and the Anderson University Ravens tied at 0-0 in the HCAC Tournament Championship. Graham Nash alongside Tony Donahue. And Tony, there was a lot of action in that first half, but on one side of the pitch.
Yeah, 59% total possession there for Hanover in the first half. 27% of that in the attacking zone. They've had opportunities. They've got the ball to the net. Anderson has now faced 12 shots, 2 of those coming on goal. But with that being said, it's still 0-0, so it's been impressive to see what Braden Kennedy's been able to do, the freshman, to react in those situations. There was one on a second chance opportunity that came right into him, bounced it away. Then we saw him sacrifice the body on that kick to punch the soccer ball over the top crossbar. So 0-0, but certainly I think the tail of the tape in that first half was the aggressive nature of Hanover.
Yeah, Braden Kennedy, he was unbelievable. He had to face 4 different players with multiple shots from Hanover in that first half. They were led by Patricio Campos, who had 3, only one of those on target, however. So if we look forward to this second half, what are some keys for both sides?
Yeah, I think Omar Dizdar's got to get involved just a little bit more. You know, you talked about it there, I believe, 10 minutes in. We really hadn't called his name. He's an aggressive player. He is going to control things deep in this contest. I think we're going to call his name. He's going to certainly be a key factor. And I think if you continue to put that pressure on Braden Kennedy like we've seen, eventually you're going to get one to go through. And I mentioned this in that first half. You know, I thought it was going to be first team to get the 2 goals. It's going to be first team to maybe get to 1 goal here. You got to see some more aggressive nature out of Anderson. But as we talked about, it's been all in control of Hanover in that first half.
The defense from the Ravens was phenomenal, as Hanover, they controlled about 60% of possession in that first half. They are a high possession dominant team. They really like to attack. They get about 2 times more corner kicks than their opponents this season, and they've outscored their opponents 38-21. Anderson and Hanover, 45 more minutes to determine the HCAC tournament champion.
Yeah, that was a great point that you just made. I mean, you look at in that first half, it was 3 corners from the Panthers of Hanover, and just one step too short on a bounce back for a second chance opportunity there. So we'll see if Anderson tries to be more aggressive offensively, as they will start this half with a guy that we called out, and that's Opoku. He kind of brought that energy, as did Matthew Murray defensively for Anderson. Those are 2 players that didn't start this contest that have played since early in that first half.
Second half of action underway. And a quick giveaway from Hanover. We talked in that first half, Tony, about how possession in the midfield is going to be a big factor. And Hanover, they dominated the midfield in the first half.
Yeah, they had 39% of that possession midfield. And that was a great point that you made early. It was who can control that possession here right around midfield to set your offense up. And obviously Hanover did that. 39% to 19% of possession here around midfield was controlled by the Panthers.
Panthers trying to put some pressure on Henderson quickly. It's Oshner. Near side, Hubert. Hubert can't move it forward, but they'll keep possession. For Hanover, Halwerda and Pavlisco and Campos were really big aggressors in that first half. They've got a lot of speed. Nice move from Tyler, middle of the field. Ball into the box. Man open. A shot from distance rolls right in front of the goal.
Yeah, a good opportunity there by Clayton Anderson. Just couldn't quite set his feet to get his momentum and his power behind him, and that just goes wide of the net. So, again, not even 2 minutes into this one, and on the ropes early is Braden Kennedy in this second half. But he has taken everything that has came his way and taken it in stride.
And a little miscue on that goal kick right back to the Panthers. Credit Kennedy for being in good, strong position to make that a tough shot on the Panthers. But he gave them the ball right back, and Anderson having to fight for possession. They just put it right out of play. Hanover, they haven't won this HCAC tournament since 2021. Anderson hasn't won it since 2002.
Yeah, and you can see that that's on display here with the great crowd. I see a lot of people drive down from Anderson. They want to see their boys hoist that trophy for the HCAC championship for the first time in over 20 years, and a great crowd here at home on a Saturday afternoon for Hanover here for the HCAC championship and the right to advance into D3 to the D3 tournament.
Anderson, they haven't even been in this position since 2014. It really seems like it would just mean that much more to this team to hoist that trophy once again, like you said. And Hanover, they have been just dominant since Matthew Wilkerson has taken the head coaching position. Into the box, the Panthers with an opportunity. Good defense from Anderson. And they're going to have to reset. Oshner trying to send it back into the box, cleared out.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, a win today for Hanover, not only doing it on your home turf, but avenging an early season loss in which you lost 3-0 to this Anderson team back all the way back on September 29th. They haven't had a loss since, 2 ties, but the goalkeeping on both sides here as that one just goes wide once again. So another opportunity just missed for the Panthers of Hanover looking for their first goal of the afternoon.
Braden Kennedy, he was well out of position that time. And if Hanover keeps putting pressure on the keeper, got to think that one is going to fall through. The defense has been strong for the Ravens, but just not strong enough. Hanover's offense has been unrelenting. And we've got a whistle blown as Luke Weinman, the 5th, goes down. He went for a header on that 50-50 ball. It went over his head, into the boot of a Hanover player, and then right into the back of his head.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out. He does not want to come out. It was a tough hit to the head, but they're going to take a look as he walks out.
And this is just protocol for college soccer. If you get hit in the head, you're going to have to come out of play.
Yeah.
And no one able to go in for the time being. And now they're sending someone in. It'll be Xander Mays for Anderson getting his first look at action here today. Mays, he's played in every single contest this season for Anderson, but hasn't started in one. So he is just a big sub presence. And play will resume. Hanover with the ball.
You can hear the faithful here, the student section for Hanover getting into it on the far side of the field. Great job picking that up on the crowd, Mike. You know that they want to see one find the back of the net.
Far side, Panthers creeping back into the box. That's where they have lived here today. Switching sides. Halwerda looking forward. Hubert trying to cross it in right into the backs of the Ravens. Hubert trying to get it back. Halwerda crosses it far post, and there is Kennedy.
Yeah, great eyes by Kennedy there. That ball was kicked quickly after the deflection. Gets it and throws it away here, though. So Kennedy's had a great job with some of these saves, but clearing it out and getting it back into the possession of the Ravens has not been up to snuff here in this one, especially here in this second half. That's the 3rd time he's turned it over off the boot.
Ravens with a ball intended for Matthew Murray. Murray can't get to it. Matthew Murray, the sophomore from Indianapolis, he didn't start in the first half, but he started in the second half here today. He's got some good size and some good speed on that far side. But the Panthers giving it away. That was Halwerda, couldn't control the pass and move it forward. So the Ravens now trying to create something in their attacking third.
Yeah, we haven't seen that most of this contest, and with under 40 to play here, no better time than now to get aggressive.
The Panthers just taking over every time that Anderson gets the ball in the midfield or in their attacking side. It seems like 3 or 4 Panthers just surround the attacking player.
Yeah, and we talk about momentum too, especially in any sports, but especially in a game where the shifts of momentum and the opportunity to advance with the win and having to go home with the loss, these shifts, and it seems like for Hanover, they've really had the momentum throughout this entire one. And if you're Anderson, you want to be more aggressive here offensively.
Dizdar getting the ball, trying to move it forward. He's got a lot of space if he can get it. Dizdar into the box, taken off the ball by Anderson.
Yeah, just an arms race there, and a great job defensively by Anderson to recoup and get this one back. But Hanover now back into their own zone.
And it'll be a corner kick on the near side for the Panthers, first of this second half.
Yeah, Ryan McClure there of Beaver Creek, Oregon. Great job defensively getting that deflection and getting that thing out of harm's way.
It will be Oshner taking the corner kick for Hanover. 3 assists on the season for him.
Hanover's 5th corner kick of this one. So they've had a few good looks, good opportunities.
Oshner. Short near post, kicked away. It'll be a second try. That's never good for a defensive team when you give them a second try to get into a groove and send a better ball.
Yeah, and we've seen Hanover try over the top. We've seen them try that low kick as we just saw, and we'll see here if they go back up to the top.
Low again, kicked out again, but not out of danger. In the box, bouncing around. The Ravens trying to just keep it up in the air. Pulled down by the Panthers. They're going to have another try. Oshner moving to his left. Now switching sides. Tyler crossing it into the box. Headed down by the Ravens. But Anderson unable to keep possession. The Panthers with some room. Oshner right into the backs of the Ravens. A lot happening, but no real good chance on any of those opportunities for Hanover. McMillan gets the ball taken away, and it goes out of play off of Hanover.
Yeah, great job here defensively by Murray. And I know we've talked about Opoku a lot, but those two players defensively have been able to flip field a little bit and give Anderson momentarily back possession. A few times it's been bounced right back to Hanover, but those two players doing a great job of being aggressive defensively.
Good sign for the Ravens. Weinman has checked back in as he went out with that hit to the head. And coming out will be Xander Mays, who checked in for him. So Weinman back in on this near side, number 25 in white. Hanover, they won their trip to this championship title thanks to a literally last-second goal against Transylvania. They're hoping they don't have to fight for the same thing here. In front of the goal, Panthers trying to create. Good defense once again from the Ravens, and they're going to send it away if they can. The Panthers so strong in the midfield, not letting Anderson set anything up.
Yeah, McClure once again there clearing it out. And you talked about going down to the wire. This one feels like, the intensity is going to really ramp up here in the final 20 or so minutes.
Cross intended for Hubert on this near side, but he wasn't there, and Braden Kennedy falls on it. Substitution going to come in soon for the Ravens.
Yeah, it looks like Quentin Scott about to check in.
Panthers right back on the ball. Oshner with a nice move, creating some space for Dizdar. Dizdar back to Oshner, but belted out of play by the Ravens. Quick throw in. Panthers with Oshner. Oshner moving towards the center, taking off the ball, trying to get it right back. Dizdar back for Oshner. Oshner can't get that ball out from under his feet, so he just has to play it back. Beck trying to send it back inside, finds the head of Pavlisko. Far side, McMillan tracking it down. Anderson moving towards the center. Tyler chipping it in and headed out for the time being. A lot of contact, but it stays with the Panthers. They'll play advantage. Dizdar.
Good
Tyler.
Good play on there.
Sending it one towards the keeper, and it's just poked over. Kennedy was moving very nonchalantly.
Yeah, I think he misjudged that ball just a little bit as he was backpedaling, and I think the last-ditch effort to smack that thing up over the top. And another aggressive play there and an opportunity for Hanover.
Jacob Tyler will go over to take the corner kick for the Panthers. Tyler only 1 assist on the season, 1 goal and 3 points. Looks like he wants to take it quickly. Third of the half for Hanover. Far post, headed forward but out of play.
Yeah, that's their 7th total corner, and as you mentioned, the 3rd here in the first 12 minutes of this second half. That one just goes a little bit too wide. So they've gone a little bit too deep. They've also kicked it short and not found success. So I think we'll see a couple more corner opportunities for Hanover in this one.
Ashton Cuss checking in for Jack Harris of Anderson. The Ravens trying to create some fresh legs on their attacking side, or on their defending side, I should say. They've been pressured so heavily to start out this second half. Hanover trying to make sure this ends in 90. Anderson looking like they might want to push it to extras. But now they've got a chance. But again, no one home, just miscommunication.
Yeah, it seems like any time they've gotten it into their own territory, Hanover's been there to stop it. But here's a turnover.
Opoku taking away from a bad play. But once again, the Panthers just so strong on defense. And Anderson unable to do anything.
Yeah, we've come a long way since the end of September in that 3-0 Anderson win.
Yeah, Hanover has found a stride. Here's Dizdar on the far side. Oshner. Hubert. Crossing it in, far side, headed straight up. McMillan. No one home on the cross. And Anderson just going to belt it out of play. Another substitute ready to come in for the Ravens, but will not do so right now.
Yeah, that'll be 32. Charlie Hubert coming back in, the senior. Wrong team. Sorry, that's 32. McQuitty.
Hanover trying to get that first goal on the board. They've got a streaking player far side, but a little mistouch. Anderson able to get settled. Dizdar trying to cross it in. Good defense from Opoku. And a whistle blows. It'll be a foul on Dizdar. And we have 3 substitutes ready to come in for Anderson. Looks like they're trying to get some fresh legs out there. Maybe beat Hanover with some late speed.
Yeah, try anything at this point, right? With 30 to go. That's the 3rd foul on Hanover. Anderson with 4 as well.
Anderson, they had to take down the top-seeded Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers to get to this championship game. They won that 2-1 at Rose-Hulman. And so they are used to beating good teams. They have done so all season long. They beat this Hanover team 3-0, but they just haven't been able to keep up with the pace and the pressure of the Panthers.
Yeah, the way that Anderson's been playing here, you'd think if Hanover finds the back of the net one time, that could be certainly enough.
And we've talked about how Hanover scored with 4 seconds left. Anderson knows how to score late as well. They scored with 4 minutes left against Rose-Hulman. And they tried to create down that far side, but could not do so. Foul on Anderson. But the offense of the Ravens looking to maybe find a little stride, trying to come alive late here. They still haven't checked in those 3 pairs of fresh legs. Barber playing it forward, but not on the money for Oshner. And the Ravens just trying to set something up. Heavy pressure from Pavlisko. Pavlisko gets pushed off the ball, and it will be a foul. Fantastic pressure from the freshman and Andrew Pavlisko. And all of a sudden, again, Hanover has possession with a free kick. Looked like some time wasting from Drew Vaughn of Anderson.
Didn't want to give that ball up.
He did not. Beck takes it quickly. Halwerda. Forward for Hubert. Hubert into the box. And kicked out by the Ravens. Hanover still trying to create, but Dizdar could not control that ball. And Braden Kennedy will just scoop things up. The Ravens, they've been able to handle everything that the Panthers have thrown at them here today. Hanover, an impressive offensive team. But Anderson has controlled it all, largely because of the incredible individual efforts from Braden Kennedy in goal. Looks like he might have to face another. Little miss from Dizdar, though, and the Ravens able to just get it safely into the hands of their keeper. Kennedy, he's only allowed one goal over his last 4 games with 15 saves. That save margin is going to go well up after this game. Battle in the midfield won by Hanover. As Dizdar trying to play it forward for Oshner, but the Ravens once again clearing it out. Barber, a dangerous pass. He had Matthew Murray right on him, but Murray couldn't get it. Long ball, Oshner clears it in, and there's an offside called. Subs still waiting here for Anderson. No one has joined them. Just waiting for their time to enter the game and provide some strong running and fresh legs.
Yeah, maybe you wait till that 25-minute mark to go. Get some subs in there. Maybe try something different, shake things up, see if you can catch lightning in a bottle here late to advance.
McMillan creating some space, flicking it forward. Nice 1-2. Hubert near side. Hubert plays it back for Halwerda. Halwerda can't cross it in. It goes off the boot of Harris. Excuse me, that was Weinman. And now a ball played for Weinman down the near side. Can he race it out? And it goes out of play before he can get there. Anderson, they've made the postseason tournament in 3 of the last 4 years, but this is the furthest they have gotten. There's a foul called on the Ravens, and Hanover will take right back over.
They will go quick.
Into the box, whistle blows, and it will go back the other way. Lots of frustration on both sides. These two teams playing for their seasons, as the winner will get an automatic bid into the NCAA Division III tournament, and the loser will likely not get an at-large bid, as neither team has the record or the wins to make their case.
An impressive season for Anderson. I mean, you think about it, 8-7-4 overall. It really doesn't do justice to how good they have been, especially here as of late, and to get that win at Rose-Hulman last week to force this contest down here in Hanover.
Subs coming in now. Eiley McQuitty in for Anderson. Hanover making some subs as well. It is Patricio Campos back into the game for the Panthers. He was very aggressive in that first half. Their leading shot taker. Kindler trying to cross it in, finds the foot of the Raven. Bodies flying, balls kicking everywhere.
Yeah, Hanover wanted a handball there. And here's those subs.
Cohen, Winton, And Daniel Carlin will sub in along for Lewin Seveno for Hanover. And coming out, it is Matthew Murray and Emmett Kindler.
25 minutes for the season here.
And then also Omar Dizdar coming out for Hanover. That is important to note. Dizdar, the leading offensive player all around for Hanover this season. Throw-in flicked on, but not able to be squared up. And is rolling right back out. Cross in, kicked out. It'll be a corner kick. Or no, change now to a throw-in. It was originally called a corner by that far sideline ref. But then the head ref told him it was going to be a throw-in. Another long one set to come. It is Drew Vaughn. He's taken these all day.
Nice throw in there. Got deep into the zone, and they maintained possession here.
Vaughn tries to send it back in, headed out by Hanover. And the Panthers somehow come down with that ball. Running far side, player goes down, and a whistle blows. It'll be a free kick chance. Hanover, they had Lewin Seveno with room to run.
And a yellow card.
That's right.
Hey, our clock guy's brand new. A little help wouldn't hurt. Our clock guy's brand new.
And so, not surprising, as it was an attacking chance and a breakaway opportunity. And so Hanover, they will have another long free kick chance, sending everyone they can into the box. Do not want to let this go to extras.
Gillig with the yellow there.
That is his 5th of the season.
Yeah. And frustration sometimes steps in deep.
Right at Braden Kennedy.
And Kennedy's handled everything that's came after him here. Really has kept Anderson in this game.
If this were to go all the way to penalty kicks, you would think that Braden Kennedy would have an advantage, seeing as how warm he is at this point.
I was to say, he's actually touched the ball with his hands. I'm not sure Howard has.
He has been hot the entire game long. Ben Howard hasn't gotten too much action. 50-50 balls bouncing all around, won by McMillan. McMillan trying to keep it under his feet, and a whistle blows. It'll be a free kick.
They're going to bring it back here, but great aggressiveness there by McMillan, staying with that ball, keeping it in Hanover's possession.
Barber trying to streak up the middle. The Panthers will just take a second, now send it back up that far side. And once again, no one home. Braden Kennedy, he's had a perfect save percentage in 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, 14 of the shots here for Anderson to 0. And 4 saves for Anderson. So Hanover with 14 shots, 4 of those on goal.
Ravens trying to move quickly. Weinman trying to move it forward, but again, not enough on the pass, and they give it away. 7-0. Playing it forward, trying to get it to Campos, but he can't get there in time.
Yeah, just a step behind on that one.
Substitution coming in for Hanover. Looks like it will be Mateus, who we call
He's got a
Mota.
nickname. He got a nickname. Tell us about that nickname.
Nickname is Mota, as we have been told.
They call him that, we'll call him that.
That's exactly right. Hanover trying near side. Halwerda creating some space, crossing it in well far. Race for possession. Looks like Anderson was the first to get there. Campos trying to move towards that byline. Oshner.
And I think Hanover's looking at this final 20 minutes going, we've got to get one. We've got to get a nice set, maybe get some corner opportunities, but certainly get into the zone there and attack. And I think that's how they're going to play this final 20. They've kind of just got to this mark here in this second half, playing back and forth soccer. But now is the opportunity to go.
Barber ball into the box, kicked out by Anderson. And it'll be a throw-in opportunity for the Panthers. See if they go for one of those long ones. It is Clayton Anderson who is back to take that throw-in. Players aren't muddled in the box, so it looks like it'll just be a short one. Intended for Campos.
Yeah, just kind of threw that one away.
And it'll be a goal kick for Anderson. Hanover, they've had good chances, just haven't been able to take advantage. That feels like it has been the story of the game. When they have taken advantage and have put a good shot on target, Braden Kennedy has been everywhere. And Hanover does not want to let this game go to extras. They have had the upper hand all day long. And anything can happen when that clock gets past 90. Ravens on that far side, and a foul will be called. Opoku, the culprit this time for the Ravens.
A little too aggressive there. Feet got shuffled.
Hanover, they are 11-3-1 against Anderson all time. An undefeated 7-0 here at home. They were on a 9-game win streak against Anderson until this year when Anderson won 3-0. This is the first time that these two teams have faced off in November.
Anderson trying to flip the script on the career.
Beautiful ball. Halwerda can't get there. It's put out of play by Vaughn.
Yeah, trying to flip the script on the history of this rivalry back and forth in conference, but Hanover winning in November is what matters.
Vaughn, he's had a fantastic day for Anderson, a fantastic season. He was the 2023 HCAC Defensive Player of the Year. Hanover can try a long throw in this time. Near post, flicked on. Campos tries a bicycle kick. And not going to work. Is impressive display of athleticism, but maybe not at the correct time.
You know, when you've got saves like you do, you get your own player to tie your shoes and you wear them gloves. Again, 15 shots faced here.
Anderson maybe trying to take some time off that clock, too.
Yeah, I think if you're Hanover here, you want to be aggressive, get this back, maybe set yourself up, find yourself in a corner situation. They've had 6 corners as to Anderson's 1.
I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that Drew Vaughn has tied a couple cleats in his lifetime, and it probably doesn't take him that long. So probably trying to waste some time off that clock. Panthers near side once again. Hubert looking forward. Has a couple options, but can't find either. Still battling for possession, and a nice play from Vaughn, just letting that ball go out of play. Anderson, a much less offensive team this season than Hanover. They average about 1.2 goals per game. Hanover, they average more than 2 a game. But this has been an unbelievable performance of goalkeeping from Braden Kennedy of the Ravens. He has been so strong all game long. Hanover has not been able to get even one past him.
Yeah, the resiliency of a freshman, both goalkeepers, freshmen in this one. But certainly, you know, Ben Howard, he's kind of just sat back and had one of the best seats in the house for this contest while Kennedy's been at work throughout the first half, and now with 17 to go in the second half. He's been big, and he's certainly the reason we're still scoreless.
Good defense from Anderson, making it hard for Hanover to send something into the box, but they're going to keep trying. Oshner, near side Halwerda, taking off the ball once again, but it'll go out of play, be a corner kick. Another opportunity for the Panthers. Xander Oshner will take the corner near side. See if they can finally take advantage. About 16 minutes left in this second half. Oshner in swinging. No one gets a head on it. Kept on the ground and just off target.
Off the pipe.
but it will stay on this end. It'll be a corner kick on the far side now.
Yeah, so we talked about getting into corner situations, though. That one goes over the top, and then the second chance off the bounce goes right off the bar. And sometimes that bar is your best friend. I think we'll see Kennedy walk over and slap that bar when things get cleared. Sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's not. And there was the difference in this being still scoreless. And we'll see if they stay aggressive here on their 8th corner of this contest.
And swinging, headed on, and kicked out by Anderson again. It'll be another corner kick.
Let's do it again.
And it'll be Oshner once again from this near side. Looks like they're moving quickly. They can tell that they have Anderson on their back heels. Oshner.
This is the opportunity to be aggressive here.
Kept low, headed straight down and out once again. The Ravens unable to keep possession and just belted out from their box.
Yeah, they were mere inches away from finding the net on that second chance that went off the post.
4th corner kick try, low again. And kicked out once again. Do we have a verdict? Yes, it's going to be another corner kick. Make it 5 tries.
Yeah. This will be the 10th of the afternoon.
They might have to send someone other than Oshner back. He might be getting a little tired. Oshner yet again. Little higher. Headed once again. And another corner, or this time a throw-in we have actually.
Switch it up. They go quickly here, which I like.
Into the box, right at Kennedy.
And Kennedy once again, this is the 3rd time we've seen him sacrifice the body, go up, get the soccer ball, bring it safely in. And a great job there by Kennedy and the Ravens defense. That's coming up here to me.
5 corner kick tries. None of them find the back of the net for Hanover. And a sea of subs coming in.
Did Miller catch that one out there? That was coming right to him.
Emmett Kindler, Wesley Lewis, and Rico Mendolini coming in for Anderson. No subs for Hanover at that break.
34 and 40.
14 to go here. Good move there.
Hanover up the gut, trying to create near side.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious this is Hanover's to go get, and they just got to make the play to do it. They've had opportunities throughout this one, obviously with, 5 straight corner kicks over there. Opportunities to find the back of the net, haven't done it yet, but you feel like that this one's Hanover's to go and get.
And Anderson, they have continued to have to sub in some fresh legs, try to create some speedy opportunities. Now they might have one. Far side, it's Lewis. Lewis able to track it down, eyes up, can't cross it in. Good defensive effort from Barber. And once again, the Panthers with possession. Anderson, a nice takeaway. They might have a chance to create. Kindler with a nice individual effort to keep possession there. Now he's on the ball. Quick 1-2. Weinman over near side, Mandolini. Mandolini too strong of a touch. He gives it right back. And the Panthers, they want to run. Pavlisco can't play it forward for Halwerda. Good defense yet again from Anderson.
You know, 12 to go here. This one's certainly looking like we might have some extra time.
It's looking that way, but we also know these two teams can score with very little time on that clock.
Yeah, that last 5 minutes is going to be must-watch soccer here to decide the HCAC tournament and give that automatic bid into the D3 tourney.
In case you missed it, Anderson, they scored their go-ahead and goal-winning goal against Rose-Hulman in the final 4 minutes in the second half. Hanover, they scored their go-ahead and goal-winning goal in the last 4 seconds against Transylvania.
A great job here, though, by Hanover to flip the script, set yourself back up. And Kennedy, I mean, look, he's been great. He's been great goalkeeping, but there's been multiple times off of his right boot. The balls have sailed out or sailed wide on him and given the possession right back over to Hanover.
Eileen McQuitty and Sean Kelly coming in for their respective sides. And it'll be a throw-in for Hanover.
11 to go. This has been fun. Thank everybody here in the HCAC, IndianaSRN, everybody here at Hanover Sports Information Department, always getting us ready to go. Appreciate being here, and we got a exciting final 11:25 here for you.
McMillan, a through ball into the box, no one home, and scooped up by Braden Kennedy. Anderson, they haven't won this title since 2002. Hanover hasn't won it since 2021, but they have both been in the postseason if almost every year, if not every year, since COVID.
Yeah. So a lot of experience, too. We talked about the fifth-year seniors. A lot of those.
7-0 taken down, and this could be a card. Looks like it will be.
Yeah, I think this is frustration here on the side of Anderson. Weinman, this is 2 or 3 times. He's kind of gotten into it with the ref a little bit, stated his cause, walked away. But, I think both sides are frustrated. If you're Anderson, you're frustrated with the lack of offense that you've had. And I think if you're Hanover, you're frustrated with the fact that you've had a lot of opportunities with 6 shots on goal to find the back of the net, 17 total shots, and you still haven't been able to put one on the board.
Kelly taking the free kick. It comes in well low, not what he wanted.
Oh.
But a misplay right back for the Panthers. 7-0. Trying to move and cross it. 7-0 does. At the feet of the Panthers. And it's in.
Oh! Did it go in? No, it hit off the post. My goodness.
It's called no goal. It looked like it hit the back of the net.
It was a slow developing play there. The first kick was short, and then on the second chance opportunity, as we see here on the replay, misses here, cuts back, and then off the top of the post.
Wow.
And I think Hanover has hit every piece of the post on this side in this half. What a golden opportunity there. And again, you talk about, in that first half, they were probably a total of 3 feet away from 2 goals. They've been mere inches away from multiple goals here in the second half. That's the second one they've had on this end, bounced off the pipe.
There's a garage door in front of Hanover's goal. They cannot break through it.
And how do you react here, right? How do you come back? Obviously, the frustrations, as we talked about for Hanover, you're going, man, we've had so many opportunities, 18 shots faced. They've had 7 of those shots on goals, 11 corner opportunities. And nothing has gone in for Hanover here under 10 minutes to go. And, you talk about winning time, and as you brought up great points earlier, it only takes one. But both these teams know that it's not over till it's over, especially in these final 10 minutes. Both teams the last 2 times out have been able to score goals within the final 5 minutes.
Anderson moving a little slowly, maybe not wanting to give Hanover a counterattacking opportunity. So they will take their time, but they have sent Drew Vaughn over to this near side for a long throw-in. That is his specialty. Throw-in flicked on, but no one there. Hanover will have another try with Vaughn. Vaughn trying to move into the box. Hands it off for Grubbs. Grubbs sends one well high and well too far. We'll have another substitution. Matthew Murray, one of the ringers for this Anderson side, will come back into play. And coming out, looks like it'll be Eileen McQuitty.
Not sure Ben Howard's worked up a sweat here this afternoon. 18 shots for Hanover, 0 for Anderson. Just remarkable. 7 of those shots on goal. But again, Kennedy with 6 saves.
Yeah, it has been all Hanover all the time, especially in this second half.
Well, and they've really done it all except for find the back of the net. And again, we've talked about 4 of their shots on goal have hit the post and have had opportunities to go in.
Anderson going to switch sides, try to create some space.
A little bit more aggressive nature here. You talked about those subs coming in, bringing in a little bit of a different look for the Ravens.
Once again, though, the Panthers so strong on defense.
So we'll see how they try to play this final 8. And they're attacking territory.
We haven't seen much of this throughout the 83 so minutes.
Grubbs trying to move up the center, cleared out well far by Hubert. And Dizdar trying to race it down. He can. He has the speed. Lots of physical play. And a whistle will be blown.
Dizdar went for it. A mistake here. But a nice recovery.
Grubbs again up the middle. Nice ball forward. Winton finds his way to Murray. And offside's called.
Yeah, just that bounce and that little hesitation was enough timing-wise. What do we got here? A fall?
They say he took the free kick. Murray plays it into the middle, and it's cleared out for the moment. Very broken play.
Great recovery there by Hanover.
Anderson tripped over the ball. They said that that was good enough for a free kick. As a shot from distance as well over the net from Dalton Grubbs. And now some fresh legs coming in for Hanover. Patricio Campos, Xander Oshner, and Jose Perez coming in, and coming out it will be Lewin Seveno, Miles McMillan, and Jacob Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, I think it's somebody to watch out for here, as well as Campos, 47. Campos in an aggressive first half. Fresh legs, got himself a breather, and Campos finds something deep in the zone late in this contest.
Nearing in on 5 minutes left.
Anderson showing patience.
Anderson probably wanting to send this to extra time.
Yeah.
Hanover wanting to end it in 90.
Yeah, I think if you're Anderson, you're thinking, and really our best shot is just to keep up defensively, give Kennedy some good looks, and if you get the PKs, you see what happens, right? It's kind of becomes a crapshoot. Can you find the back of the net via that, and then put it on the back of Kennedy, which you've done so far this afternoon, and he's done a great job in responding.
Cohen Winton with a great individual effort, getting this free kick try and then pumping up his bench. The freshman from New Palestine, Indiana.
You got to think in regulation time here, this is probably going to be the Ravens' last push, last opportunity, just based on how the time of possession has gone in the first 85 minutes here.
Vaughn couldn't find the feet of a Raven, and now the Panthers going to try themselves down this near side. A brilliant move, but Hubert unable to get there before it goes out of play.
Anderson with another chance here.
Long throw in from Vaughn, finds the head of Winton. Campos looking to move things up the middle. Hanover has largely won the battle in the midfield, but Anderson, they've been more aggressive there as of late. Beautiful moves from Murray, and he gets taken down. It'll be a free kick.
Murray's been one of those guys that came in off the bench, provided a bit of a spark there. Great job tiptoeing the line, keeping the possession.
4:20 left in this contest. Anderson trying to get a last-minute goal.
Both teams have been here before.
Taking the free kick, it is Grubbs.
And he's your guy, right? He's put up a lot of numbers this year.
Grubbs going right for Howard, and Howard reels it in.
Nice to see Howard use his hands this afternoon.
Howard, he's been leaning on the defense of his Hanover team. Hasn't seen too much action. Oshner with some nice moves to break free, trying to find Dizdar, but cannot do so.
I think Dizdar and Campos are going to be the guys that really need to have possession of this soccer ball and be the guys that set up their teammates.
Dizdar trying to play it forward into the box. A shot is wide.
And there was a little bit of a trip there, but they're not going to call anything. Had the opportunity. Dizdar set him up.
Referees are letting both sides play, not calling too many ticky-tacky fouls.
I believe that's now 20 shots.
Under 3 minutes remain And we're bringing in another substitution. It's time for Anderson. It is Caleb Osborne coming back in. Coming out is Wesley Lewis. Lewis a midfielder, Osborne a defender. So they may be trying to park the bus a little bit in these final 3 minutes.
You hear the student section for Hanover. They've been close multiple times to finding the back of the net. Can they do it here? 2:45 to go.
Hubert with the ball near side. Anderson. Back to Hubert. Hubert with numbers in the box. Anderson. Oshner. Back to Anderson. Good defense from Murray. He takes Anderson right off the ball, and the Ravens have the chance to just clear it up. Two minutes left. These teams capable of scoring within 4 minutes, within 4 seconds even, as Hanover did against Transylvania in the semifinals.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Hanover be really aggressive here over this final 2+.
Whistle blown. It will be an offsides. Anderson just letting the clock tick down. The Ravens maybe trying to just push this to penalty kicks, thinking that could be their best chance. As Hanover, they've lost out in this tournament the last 2 years to penalty kicks.
Based on what we've seen, if you're Anderson and you get the PKs, you're gonna rely on your goalkeeper, as you've done. And Kennedy showed he's up for the challenge. That would be asking a lot of the freshmen.
Beautiful ball from Campos to Dizdar. Dizdar can't square up across. He had Oshner there, but right back on the ball are the Panthers. It's Perez trying to find Dizdar. Dizdar can't race to the ball.
Oh, it's going to stay with... This is going to be Anderson's ball.
It's going to be a corner kick for the Panthers.
All right.
1 minute, 60 seconds to decide the HCAC tournament champion if Hanover or Anderson are able to put one through. Oshner has had many corner kick opportunities.
This could be here. Let's look for Barber.
Oshner. And it's headed straight out by Dizdar.
Yeah. That'll all but do it here for regulation.
30.
I think Anderson knows that.
30 seconds remain.
So Hanover is 6-1-2 in conference play, trying to avenge the loss, though, when Anderson knocked them off at the end of September 3-0.
The only conference loss for Hanover, like you said, coming to Anderson. And Anderson just wasting time off the clock. 90 minutes come, 90 minutes go. We are still tied at 0-0. Here in the HCAC title game, it has been unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think you made a great point there too. For Anderson, you're going, you know what, PKs might be something that we have the advantage in, and that might be the only advantage that we have right now. So I think we're going to have 5 minutes before we get things back going. But yeah, interesting. I mean, Hanover's been aggressive. They had opportunities, especially deep on those corner kicks. They had 5 corner kicks in a row. And Kennedy's best friend has been that pipe a few times. It's gone off the crossbar. So we'll see who's aggressive here. It was Hanover throughout most of that second half, but we did see a little more aggression of Anderson in that final 10. Both teams, Cardiac Kids, can get it done at the horn here. So it's going to be an interesting 5 minutes to set it up.
We will take a break. Hanover and Anderson going to extra time on HCAC.tv.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Overtime in Hanover. The Panthers and the Ravens fighting for the HCAC tournament title. Here's how the overtime is going to work. We've got one 10-minute period. It's a golden goal period. So if someone scores, then that's it. That is the game. If no one scores in this first 10 minutes, then we will go to a second 10-minute period. Of course, if no one scores after the second 10 minutes, then it is the lovely penalty kicks to decide it all. Graham Nash and Tony Donahue with you for these next couple minutes. You can see how long they go, but Tony, a lot of expectation. This is felt like it's Hanover's to win.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to ask me who has the advantage here, and I don't know because you talk about, you made a great point earlier, defense wins championships. Obviously, this is the championship of the HCAC, and defensively, it's been all Anderson with Kennedy making save after save using the crossbar. But, man, the aggressive nature of Hanover's offense, too, has looked really, really good. We'll see what happens here. When you look over, Murray is a guy I'm looking for as he boots this one, and he was aggressive there late. But I think Campos is going to have to get something started here.
Anderson taken off the ball immediately by the Panthers. That has been a trend of the entire day. Hanover's defense has been so strong all over the pitch, in the offensive third, in the midfield, in the defensive third. They have been so stout defensively. Anderson just hasn't been able to create a chance.
Yeah, 33% of the possession for Hanover has been inside their zone. They've controlled it 54% overall, so I came down a little bit from that first half. But again, those 12 corners, 5 of them coming, 2 led to really good opportunities, probably the best 2 chances we've seen here for Hanover.
The Panthers, they won this tournament back in 2021, but have been kicked out ever since by PKs, both to Rose Holman. Fighting Engineers were kicked out of the tournament this year by the Ravens. And Anderson, they have been making the tournament pretty consistently since COVID-19. Haven't won it, haven't even made it to the championship game since 2014. They haven't won it since 2002. First chance up the middle for Hanover. It's McMillan trying to move things up for Dizdar, but can't do so.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned Ben Howard too much because we haven't really needed to, but great job by both goaltenders. Freshman in a big game situation, conference championship on the line, trying to advance to the HCAC tournament, and to be 0-0 through 92 or so minutes has certainly been impressive.
Free kick for Hanover, 7-0 drawing that foul. And it looks like it'll be Tyler back to take it. Tyler, back post, headed down. Hanover trying to get a foot on it, and whistle blows. But we will continue to play on.
Yeah.
Low shot coming in, Dizdar stops it. McMillan, near side, Barber. Barber back inside. Bouncing around, the Ravens trying to clear it out.
McMillan, a great job there, staying aggressive.
McMillan on it now.
See him right back to it. Feed it back to him.
McMillan can't find space. Good job from the Ravens, and they'll finally be able to boot it clear. And right back into the box, it's going to get into the hands of Kennedy. Hanover not able to stretch the defense of the Ravens out wide there. They just kept trying up the gut. Nothing was doing for them. That first opportunity was their best. The Ravens just so strong defensively, as they have been all day. They just haven't been able to create the offense to go along with the strong defense.
So we talked about who's going to be the aggressor here, who had the advantage. Obviously, Hanover's offense deep in their own zone there with multiple opportunities once again.
Oshner playing a long ball for 7-0. 7-0 trying to race this down, and he cannot do so. Throw-in will come from Clayton Anderson. The Panthers do have a long throw-in chance, and now they're going to take it, actually. Anderson will not take that throw-in. They're sending over Hubert. Hubert, long run up. Near post, headed down. Right back to Hubert, kicked it up by Dizdar. And cleared out for the time being by Opoku. Anderson sending one back into the box. Ravens trying to get the ball out of danger. And they'll be able to do so for the time being. Sub already set to come in for Anderson. Looks like it'll be Daniel Carlin.
It's almost like we're destined for PKs here.
Oshner trying to escape Opoku. Anderson, some nice dribble move. Oshner, a lot of contact. Sends one in. Has a player there. Ball bouncing around, and Anderson once again able to clear it.
Just bounced the wrong way if you're a Hanover fan. Had an opportunity there, played through some contact. Just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it.
Anderson just trying to park the bus. Send this to penalty kicks. It is golden goal rule. So Hanover trying to end it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Hanover, I think, wants to end this before we get to penalty kicks. I think with how good Kennedy's been today and keeping them in this contest, you'd have to maybe give the slight advantage to Anderson if that were to be the case.
Cross at the top, flicked on, still bouncing around. Shot from distance is mishit. So we got substitutes coming in. Daniel Carlin, like we mentioned, but then also Eiley McQuitty. And out is Matthew Murray. And also Cohen Winton. Four minutes remaining in this first overtime period.
Let's take your time here. Let as much clock go down if you're Anderson.
Very impressed with the composure of Anderson here today. Their team littered with freshmen, 21 freshman class. They just have not been able to create the offense. Whistle blows, it'll be Hanover ball.
Yeah. Just an invaluable time here, right? This is an opportunity to play in November, play for something that you've been building up for all season, especially for Anderson, a team that had to go and get a win on the road.
Oshner can't get it into the box, but it comes right back to his feet. Oshner. Alwerda crossing it in.
Ooh.
Had Dizdar on his back heel. McMillan looking forward. Nice move down on the ground, but at the feet of the Ravens. The Ravens not really pressuring. No one's staying up. Everyone's back on defense whenever Hanover gets the ball. So clear signs that they are indeed parking the bus. Just waiting for the penalty kick period.
Yeah, it becomes a game of keep away at this point to get yourself there.
Misplay by Anderson in the midfield. Hanover, they have dominated Anderson all time. An 11-3-1 record. And a perfect 7-0 at home. But the Ravens, they've had a different type of mustard in goal. They have been unstoppable. Opoku can't keep possession. McMillan playing it forward. They has Dizdar. Dizdar into the box using his speed. Dizdar crossing back to the center, but he cannot square up a shot. Hanover with another opportunity. McMillan. Shot from distance, well wide, and pulled down by Kennedy. And he will just take his time.
And McMillan's done a good job of controlling the ball deep in their zone. They just hasn't been able to find that open look.
Anderson awarded the throw-in. Maybe has a chance here to settle down and create a throw-in opportunity for possession as Wesley Lewis checks in for Opoku. Long throw-in. Hanover right back on the ball. They have dominated the 50-50 balls. About a minute left. These two teams were able to score with a few seconds left on the clock.
I think Hanover will get one more push here in this final minute.
McMillan.
One more push.
7-0, crossing one in, and right into a charging Kennedy. He has had such a strong day as a keeper in goal.
Yeah, no fear out of the freshman. He hasn't flinched.
And
it's a good boot there.
"7-0, looking forward, Dizdar can't get to that ball first. And Vaughn trying to waste time while also keep possession.
Yeah, we talked about Dizdar and Campos stepping up here, and they have been aggressive. And I think they're going to still have an opportunity in PKs to be the hero this afternoon.
10, 9, 8,
I don't even touch this ball.
6, 5.
Anderson doing what they need to and wasting that first overtime period. They're going to try to waste 10 more minutes to see if they can get to penalty kicks. Still knotted up at 0-0 here in Hanover And we got a quick break for you on HCAC.TV. Anderson and Hanover heading to the second overtime period.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
10 more minutes until we get to penalty kicks. Hanover, they have dominated all day long, but have not been able to get through the incredible keeping of Braden Kennedy. It has been an all-time defensive performance from the freshman from Garrett, Indiana. And there's one more chance for the Panthers to get their outright win, not leave it up to fate.
Yeah, and at the end of OT here, it was a pretty evenly possessed 10 minutes there. We'll see what happens over this next 10 minutes. Total shots in this contest, 22 for Hanover and just 1 for Anderson. 8 of those shots on target. The corner kicks, as we mentioned, 5 of those came in a row, but 12 corners for Hanover, just 1 for Anderson. And I think you really have to show the aggressive nature here if you're Hanover, because I'm not sure you want to get into a PK situation going up against Kennedy as hot as he's been here this afternoon.
Hanover will start things off in this second period. They have dominated possession. They've dominated the midfield. They just haven't been able to get a goal through. Long ball pretty early for Anderson. Down for Oshner. Oshner trying to look forward. Nice through ball into the box. But unable to control it are the Panthers, and it'll be a goal kick. Hanover trying to win their 4th tournament championship under the helm of Matthew Wilkerson. Wilkerson in his 14th year. He has been unbelievable with this team. Led them to double-digit wins in each of the last 10 seasons. They're currently at 9, so one more win would get them to that number.
Great job by Kennedy there, just taking his time. Letting about 40 seconds go off the clock. Let's see if Hanover can... I was going to say, Campos had an opportunity there, but just kind of got caught up with the feet, but he'll get a kick here.
And Campos, he was trying to move quickly, but now he will take time to set it up. Eiley McQuitty, he stood right in front of the ball so that he couldn't get a shot off. Now Campos will line one up. Campos, far post. Headed out by Anderson. Down for Tyler of Hanover. Panthers with a chance to reset now, maybe send something back into the box. They've got everyone lined up at the top. Tyler unable to cross it in. Ooh. And good defensive effort. It will be a goal kick.
Take your time here. Once again, if you're Braden Kennedy.
Kennedy has been an expert time waster here today. He's had to do it quite a few times.
Might have been part of the strategy coming in, knowing that, once we saw kind of where this game was going, and I think that was determined within, the first 10 minutes of that second half. Anderson complacent here, I think, to go to penalty kicks and put it in the hands of their goalkeeper.
Hanover not wanting it to go that far. Pavlisko trying to get it into the box. He will. Pavlisko looking for a cross. Down for Anderson. No one on the ball yet. Kicked out.
Oh, my goodness.
And it looks like a whistle blown anyway. Maybe a foul on the Panthers.
I can tell, was that Dalton Grubbs who got in here? Oh, sorry, excuse me. It was 25. Wyman, who's played all 90 minutes, gets in there and blocks that one. An absolute great opportunity there. And Wyman, the fifth, gets a foot in there, saves Kennedy. Probably the best opportunity we've seen on either end here in this overtime period. Once again, falls short.
Hanover winning the 50-50. They're right back on it. Good defense for the time being from the Ravens. Oshner far side. Campos back to Oshner. Oshner tries a shot from distance. Blocked immediately. And it will go out of play. It will be a corner kick. Another good opportunity. Jacob Tyler going over to take it. Hanover has dominated corner kicks here today. They have 12 to Anderson's 1. Corner going in far post, headed straight down. First touch by the Panthers, shot from distance, no good. Still for the Panthers, bouncing around, and the Ravens finally able to get it out for the time being. Shot back in, misses every head.
Just a couple missed opportunities. If you can get that ball to bounce your way, you would have had a chance there, but it seemed like every opportunity was deflected by a white jersey. And halfway through this second OT period, there's been two really good looks in their zone for Hanover. They haven't been able to capitalize.
Anderson doing everything they can to survive to PKs or maybe get a last-second counterattack opportunity. But Hanover has been unrelenting. Far side again. It's Oshner. Oshner surveying. Back for Anderson.
Yeah, I've liked this aggressive nature here for Hanover. I think they know they want to score before this time runs out. They don't want to go to PKs. They want to win it here in overtime. And we've seen that with those two opportunities deep in their own zone. Try and find a score.
Beck gets fouled by Grubbs. And Grubbs looks to be hurt. We're going to stop the clock. He's pulling at that left foot. It was a hard collision. And Jacob Tyler of Hanover going to help him out.
It's a good sportsmanship here.
Yeah.
As the clock is stopped at 4:09.
Could just be a cramp. And now
both of these teams been going at it hard.
How about that? Championship game on the line.
Yeah.
See you great. A lot of sportsmanship.
A freshman helping out a senior.
Tyler, the freshman, sends it into the box. Flicked on, no one there. And it'll be chased down by Weinman. Just under 4 minutes to play. Hanover still pushing. They have been eliminated in this tournament by penalty kicks the last 2 years, trying to escape that fate again. The hands of the Anderson Ravens.
Yeah, I don't think the faithful here for Hanover want to relive any of those nightmares. And I think you've got 3:40 to be aggressive here. Maybe set yourself up. Get yourself in a corner kick situation.
Oshner, shot from distance. Pulled down, another one is wide.
The second chance opportunity.
It will be a corner kick. It was deflected by the Ravens.
Second chance, he got it behind him. He got his foot into it. Just goes wide. So again, we talk about getting those corner kick opportunities.
The fifth-year Xander Oshner headed straight out. A shot from Campos is blocked. Still bouncing around, and a whistle blows.
Wow.
It's a foul on Hanover.
Man, Campos got his foot into that one, and that one was about 3 feet off the ground on an absolute laser. And it gets batted down with 2:44 to go. Love the aggressive nature there from Hanover. Just can't find the back of the net here.
An unbelievable chance. That was struck beautifully by Campos.
Campos with a missile.
Just could not find the net. Anderson still just trying to waste as much time as possible. Live to see another minute.
Yeah, I think it's keep away, right? It's keep away from this point out. You're 2:23. You know, you talk about in this game, you know, we see we're going to have a timeout here, it looks like, 2:16. But, you know, you talked about when you watch a game on ESPN and there's percentage to win, and it felt like, you know, at many opportunities in this game for Hanover, it's been 65, 70, 75% chance to win. I think that advantage goes a little bit to Anderson here if we go to PKs.
Osborne checks in. Vaughn long throwing, headed down. And the Panthers not giving the Ravens a single look. Opportunity for Campos. Campos trying to use his speed, and he can't get there.
Just couldn't catch up to it, but
Vaughn, he couldn't keep it in. But look at the effort.
Yeah.
Drew Vaughn absolutely wants this.
The turf monster got him, and he's back. Get it. Running it off. You can see. Landed awkwardly on his knee there here right in front of us. But he's back out there. Minute 42. See if Anderson can find some space here.
Oshner looking forward, creeping towards the box. Flicked on, no one home. And kicked out by the Ravens. Tyler. Anderson. And the Ravens once again on the ball. Clearing it time and time again. Just doing all they can to get this to penalty kicks.
Yeah, 1 minute to go. Then it becomes a guessing game, right?
Beck. Can't find his man. Braden Kennedy leaping through the air and pulling that one out.
Despite the outcome of this one, Kennedy has been an absolute star. He sacrificed the body. He's been right there on second chance opportunities. He's really picked up this defense of Anderson. It's been great to see him play here, just a freshman.
Campos looking forward, trying to get a last-second goal. Anderson once again clearing it out. Under 30 seconds remain.
And they're going to go quickly here. Stay on your toes if you're Anderson. This one not quite yet.
They've scored with 4 seconds left on the game clock. Trying to do it again, but the Ravens making it hard. 12 seconds.
10, 9.
Good boot
Flicked
there.
on. Headed out by the Ravens. Shot from distance is well wide. And that is going to do it for our second overtime period. Penalty kicks coming to decide the 2024 HCAC champion. And we will take a break between the Hanover College Panthers and the Anderson University Ravens. You're watching on HCAC.tv.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
Maximum drama here at Hanover. Penalty kicks to decide the HCAC tournament winner. It is Drew Vaughn who will take the first kick.
Yeah, Hanover's been here before, as we know. The last couple of championships lost via the PK. I think you go left here.
And Vaughn puts it in. First one through for the Ravens. And it got the hand of Ben Howard. He guessed right.
And they're chirping at each other. This means a lot. Down to the wire. Two young teams. And a guy who's been major in front of the goal is Braden Kennedy, the goaltender here for Anderson.
Kennedy will face up against Mota for the first free kick from Hanover.
Yeah, he's got 6 saves here on the afternoon. This one would be huge.
2 goals for Mota on the season. Lines up the first kick, going up against Kennedy.
I'm going top right. Goes left,
Mota
gets
puts
it in. So they're chirping at each other. Both teams back and forth. 1-1 in PKs.
And all tied up. Anderson going back to the dot. It'll be Dalton Grubbs, the senior from Carmel, leading in assists and points for this Ravens team. 3 goals as well.
Looking to keep his senior season alive here. Put the pressure back over to Hanover.
Anderson has not won this tournament championship since 2002. Howard guessed correctly on the first try. Grubbs, beautiful PK. Got Howard going the wrong way. That's exactly how you draw it up.
Yeah, we talked about this. It just sometimes just becomes a guessing game when it comes to PKs. And Howard guessed one way, ball went the other. So the pressure stays on Hanover here. Look at this crowd lined up watching this one.
And it'll go from senior to senior. Charlie Hubert for Hanover from Burlington, Kentucky will take the second for the Panthers.
I'm waiting for the hezzy. I'm waiting for a little bit of a hesitation.
Hubert. He can't get it!
And Kennedy comes up big, like he's done all afternoon.
Braden Kennedy, he has been unreal. And he guessed right on the first penalty, guessed right again, and that time got both gloves on the ball.
So from one freshman goalie to the other, the pressure now on Ben Howard.
He'll have to face Noah New, a sophomore from Westchester. Noah, defender. But sometimes those defensive players can be the best at these penalty kicks. They just belt it right through.
See if Howard can match.
New just passes it right in. 3-1 lead for Anderson.
Number 4, Noah New.
Not over yet. But you're going to have to find it here.
It will lean on Preston Barber, a sophomore defender for Hanover from Frankfort, Kentucky. He's got a goal on the season, and this is the most important one right here. Barber puts it in. Cool as a cucumber for Preston Barber.
And again, it becomes a guessing game. Kennedy goes one way. Barber puts it in. Tension building. You feel like the Hanover faithful's ready to explode. They've controlled possession in this game. They've controlled shots on goal, corners. And we talked about this. They didn't want to get into the PK situation. Now you need Ben Howard to step back up here if you're Hanover.
Emmett Kindler, the leading goal scorer for the Ravens, will take the 4th. He's got 5 goals on the season. Kindler misses the entire goal.
The hesitation didn't work. They're chirping. That post, that's twice that post. Has saved him.
And so Hanover right back in it. Both teams now with a miss. And the pressure falls back on Braden Kennedy. He's going up against Omar Didzar, Hanover's leading scorer with 7 goals this season. Junior from Bardstown, Kentucky.
And Dizdar. Big-time players, a big-time situation. Step up and make big-time plays. They need him to do it here.
This is to level it up at 3 penalty kicks apiece.
Kennedy's been clutch. I love the deep breath.
Dizdar can't get it! Braden Kennedy, 2 saves! And the Ravens 1 score away from taking the HCAC tournament championship.
Absolutely huge from the freshman. Braden Kennedy goes right, gets a hand on it, and Anderson can top it off.
It is Jackson Gillig who will take the penalty kick for Anderson, try to give them this tournament championship. Anderson has not won this since 2002. Gillig puts it in! The Cinderella story is complete! And Anderson wins the HCAC tournament championship.
Absolute pandemonium and big-time plays there. And you got to give it up to Braden Kennedy, the freshman goalkeeper. He was golden for 110 minutes. Golden here in PKs. And what a finish to an absolute wild game dominated by Hanover. But as we talked about, you didn't want to get in the PKs. You didn't want to have to face Braden Kennedy, who had been so good this afternoon.
We knew that Braden Kennedy, he would have the upper hand if it got to penalty kicks, and he sure did. 2 huge saves. Unbelievable performance from the freshman from Garrett, Indiana.
Talk about one of those situations where neither team deserves to lose here, and you go all the way down to the wire. You play an extra 20 to get the PKs. You get the crowd behind you. And the freshman, as you mentioned, Braden Kennedy, who I'm going to go ahead and give our player of the game to here with all of his saves in regulation, the saves in overtime, and then when needed in clutch moments here in the PKs, sends Anderson as the representative to the D3 tournament and your 2024 HCAC champions.
Heartbreak at home for Hanover. They had a great tournament run, an unbelievable finish against Transylvania in the semifinals, and they had every opportunity to get that goal against the Ravens, but unbelievable defense from Braden Kennedy in goal just did not let them get that one through. And so we will send things to a break as they set up for the trophy presentation. Anderson wins the HCAC tournament on HCAC.tv.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Big time because the ACC is not very good.
Welcome back to Hanover. HCAC tournament just won by the Anderson Ravens. And they are waiting their trophy presentation. A huge moment for head coach Scott Fridley in his 32nd season. Two-time regular season champion, two-time tournament champion, now make it 3. He hasn't won the HCAC tournament since 2002. Hasn't been to this tournament championship game since 2014. And his team brings home the title for the first time since 2002. Meanwhile, heartbreak for Hanover and their head coach, Matthew Wilkerson, in his 14th season. This will be the first season in 10 years where the Panthers did not win 10 games. 10 or more games, I should say. They have been dominant in the HCAC, but just did not quite have it. They were fighting all day long, but just couldn't quite get that goal through. They dominated possession, had so many chances, but at the end of the day, the goalkeeping from Braden Kennedy was unbelievable for Anderson. And the Ravens will make their way to the Division III NCAA tournament for the first time since 2002. An unbelievable streak for the Ravens. They'd only allowed 1 goal in their past 4 games, now make it 5. Their defense, unbelievable. They finished 4th in the HCAC with an 8-7-4 record. Only 3-3-3 in conference play, but they picked it up when it mattered the most. And Hanover, they had a fantastic season, 6-1-2 in the HCAC, 9-5-4 overall, but just could not punch one through. Graham Nash, Tony Donahue with you as we await the trophy presentation. Tony, just maximum drama here today. Unbelievable finish.
Yeah, and you go back to Anderson's win against Hanover 3-0 back in September, come back here. And to win in PKs, to win the HCAC, and defensively, it was bend and don't break for the Ravens of Anderson, and that's exactly what it was. And when you have Braden Kennedy back there, the freshman, he showed you what he's made of, and he did it for 110 minutes, and then he did it in PKs, and that was really the difference here. I mean, I felt like Hanover really controlled the tempo. I felt like they really controlled the contest for 105 or so minutes. There was a few spurts from Anderson there late in the second half, but coming down here, you enter the tournament as the 4th seed. You go on the road, you get a win. You come on the road here, get a win in PK, and now you're going to go on the road, play inside of the D3 tournament. And I guess what we learned is here today, anything can happen. And I think we thought Hanover, with the multiple opportunities that they had, would be able to find the back of the net at least once. And we were setting it up. You really just didn't want to get into PKs against Anderson, and that was the difference here once again. Hanover falling in the championship of the HCAC in PKs.
Braden Kennedy, the keeper for the Ravens, he's had a great season. Only 18 goals allowed, a save percentage around the 80% mark. He has saved 100% of shots in 3 of his last 4 games, make it 4 of his last 5, thanks to an unbelievable performance here in Hanover.
Yeah, tournament MVP.
Yes.
Congrats to the freshman.
He was fantastic. And Anderson, they continue to await for the trophy. Heartbreak for Hanover.
You know, always good to hop back on that bus with the victory with some hardware in your hand to head back up north. Just a big-time effort there late for Anderson in PKs. I mean, the defense really wasn't much offensively for them. I think we all saw that.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, here to present the awards on behalf of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference is Commissioner Jerry
And we will be sending it down to the PA announcer for the awards.
Recognize the members of the HCAC All-Tournament team. From Bluffton University, Jackson Clark. From Berea College, Rusens Yosef. From Transylvania University, Henry Roker. Oliver Fila. From Transylvania University, Dylan Barnes. From Rose-Hulman, Carson Maines. From Hanover College, Luan Savino. From Anderson University, Cohen Winston. From Hanover College, Clayton Anderson. From Anderson University, Drew Vaughn.
I didn't realize I was supposed to be watching. I didn't realize we were handing out awards. That's my fault.
Yeah, good stuff. So just probably hang with Jay for the most part, and people will walk up to him. Tilt down, watch your head room. A little bit more, we're cutting feet off. Alright, so yeah, just stick with Jay.
Gentlemen, yeah, Clayton. They didn't tell me I was supposed to wait for pictures.
From Hanover College. From Hanover College, Ben Howard.
Yeah, just stick with Jay, center Jay, and people will walk into the shot. Tilt down. Like not center at all.
Me? No, unfortunately, I just went to coaches, but our head coach was like, I don't fucking care, just write 3 people down. So I was like, hey, assistant coach. Didn't take
Grubbs. And for this year's tournament MVP from Anderson University, goalkeeper Braden Kennedy.
freshman tournament MVP. That's incredible.
At this time, we would like to recognize the HCAC tournament runners-up. Congratulations to the Hanover College Panthers. And now, for your HCAC tournament champions, congratulations to the Anderson University Ravens. Please come forward and receive the HCAC tournament trophy and banner. Anderson, after winning the HCAC tournament championship, has earned an automatic bid into the 2024 NCAA Division III Soccer Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support of the HCAC and NCAA Division III Soccer. Have a safe trip home.
Anderson takes home the HCAC Tournament Championship over the Hanover College Panthers. Special thanks to the HCAC Tournament and HCAC in general for having us here alongside with Hanover College. Special thanks to those two organizations and colleges for having us here today and letting us broadcast this game. And then shout out as well to Daniel Miller on cameras, Chuck Levine, our producer, and Tony Donahue, my partner. I'm Graham Nash. Thank you so much for tuning in. Anderson University wins the HCAC tournament.